Nalulungkot dahil iniwan at ipinagpalit. Niloko, naging minamahal. Kung ngayon, i-type sa inyong mga cellphone, Facebook o YouTube man ang Millennial Online TV. Dahil nasa Millennial Online TV na ang online realista ng bagong milenyo, si Randel Villanos.
Sana'y di magmaliw kung dati kung araw nang di pang bata sa piling ni nanay. Nais kong mauli ang awit ninang mahal. You are the one who makes me happy when everything else turns to gray. Walk on through the rain. Walk on through the rain. Though your dreams be tossed and low, walk on with hope in your heart.
At haharanahin kayo ni Randel ng iba't ibang awitin para maibsan ang inyong inip at kalungkutan kahit nasaan man kayo.
Hanggang sa tumanda. Come on. Matanda na, sana'y di tayo magbago.
At pwede rin kayong makiduet kay Randel tuwing Huwebes ng hapon. Ano pa hinihintay nyo mga kamilenyo? Tawag na!
Araw-araw ikaw ang gusto kong
Ikaw ba'y nag-iisa? Nalulungkot dahil iniwan at ipinagpalit. Niloko, naging minamahal. Kung ngayon, i-type sa inyong mga cellphone, Facebook o YouTube man ang Millennial Online TV. Dahil nasa Millennial Online TV na ang online realista ng bagong milenyo, si Randel Villanos.
Sana'y di magmaliw kung dati kung araw nang di pang bata sa piling ni nanay. Nais kong mauli ang awit ninang mahal. You are the one who makes me happy when everything else turns to gray. Walk on through the rain. Walk on through the rain. Though your dreams be tossed and low, walk on with hope in your heart.
At haharanahin kayo ni Randel ng iba't ibang awitin para maibsan ang inyong inip at kalungkutan kahit nasaan man kayo.
Hanggang sa tumanda. Come on. Kunti matanda na, sana'y di tayo magbago.
At pwede rin kayong makiduwit kay Randall tuwing Huwebes ng hapon. Ano pa hinihintay nyo mga kamilenyo? Tawag na!
Araw-araw ikaw ang gusto kong
Now, we are
Talakayin,
Biggest destruction of dangerous drugs worth 1.2
rebisahin,
billion.
opinyon, malawaking, aksyonan. Kasama si ROCEL LOPEZ, ang inyong katropa sa pagbabalita. Dito lang sa Millennial Online TV. Tutok na mga katropa!
Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba initin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
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 Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot mga katropa at kaganos. Tayo ituturo sa inyo ng One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay nyo mga kagamers? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na! Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba initin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
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 Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot mga katropa at kaganos. Tayo ituturo sa inyo ng One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano Ano pa hinihintay nyo mga ka-gunners? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na! Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba intin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
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 Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot mga katropa at kaganos. Tayo ituturo sa inyo ng One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay nyo mga ka-gunners? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na! Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba intin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
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 Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot mga katropa at kaganos. Tayo ituturo sa inyo ng One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay nyo mga ka-gunners? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na! Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba intin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
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 Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot, mga katropa at kaganos. Tayo ituturo sa inyo ng One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay nyo, mga kagamers? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na. Ayan na. Good evening, Philippines. Good evening, Luz Biminda. Ang oras sa udyat, alas 7:21 ng gabi. At siyempre sa inyo ng Thursday edition ng programang Talakayin, Rebisahin, Opinyon, Palawakin, Aksyonan, Tropa. At siyempre ako pa rin ang inyong magiging kasama, ROCEL Lopez, at your service. Magandang gabi, Luz Biminda. Buti umaraw ka. Kanina po kasi medyo umulambon. Aba, akala ko magtutuloy-tuloy na ulan. Buti na lang, abay umaraw siyang ngumiti. Hindi naman nasikat ang araw. Mas okay na yon kaysa naman ulan. Pagka-ulan, ako marami ka hindi mo pwedeng magawa. Okay mga kaibigan, mamaya tutungay natin sa inyo lagay ng ating panumbot sa DOST PagAsa sa pagulat ng ating katropang si Patrick Del Mundo. Baka mamaya magbago ihip ng hangin, biglang may mamasyal na bagyo, magpapasko, paksiw pa naman. At yung aking mga inaanak, nag-aabiso ulit ako sa inyo na ako'y mawawala ng December 23. Pupunta lang ako ng Saipan. May bibilin lang ako doon, nga lang ang balik ko ay February na. Kaya mga inaanak, alam nyo naman, may mga susunod pa rin naman Pasko. Pasko lang yan. Huwag nyo intindihin yan. Okay, at mamaya tutungay din natin sa inyo yung mga millennials natin dyan na gumagamit ng vape. Nako, meron nung nasa kote ng mga illegal na bodega ng vape. Kung di ako nagkakamali sa lungsod ng Valenzuela. Unang-una talaga naman masama ang vape sa katawan. Kaya yung mga millennials na nagbe-vape, iwasan nyo na. Lalo na yung mga estudyante. Nako, mahirap magkasakit. Sabi nga ni Senator Juan Plavier, talaga mayroon pong magkasakit dahil tayo ay tinamaan na rin ang sakit. Yun lang. Hindi, ganun naman yan noong kasi sige-sige tayo, nung bata pa tayo, siyempre tumatanda, ito na tayo, tinamaan. Kaya natin sinasabi, di ba? May kasabihan nga dyan, kung bawal siyang masarap. Isipin mo kasalanan ng gobyerno Bakit kasi yung sigarilyo, bakit inilabas nila noong unang panahon yan nang walang nakalagay na cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health? O tingin nyo ba kung noong nakalagay na yan, yung babala na yan, tingin nyo ba may magsisigarilyo pa? Abay wala. Ano gagawin mo? Addicted na pa. Paano pa maiwasan ng tao? Sisisingin nyo tao. Dapat iwasan nyo yan. Hindi ganun. Minsan aaminin dapat nyo na kayo ay may pagkakamali. Isipin nyo, bago nyo lagyan ng babala ang paghitit na sigarilyo. Tsaka nyo ngayon sasabihin na nakakasama sa kalusugan. Bakit no? Hindi nyo sinabing gano'n. Hindi nyo pinalagyan ng gano'n. Na masama pala sa kalusugan yan, tinamalintik na sigarilyo na yan. Ngayon, ito yung vape. Pinayagan nyo sa market uli. May pag-aaral na ba kayo dyan? Nagkaroon na ba kayo ng project study na ang vape ay masama sa kalusugan ng tao? Di ba wala? Pinayagan nyo ngayong ilabas. Nung nakalabas na sa market ang vape, tsaka nyo sasabihin ng ating mga espesyalista, mga doktor, na yan daw ay masama sa kalusugan. Tingnan mo mga kalokohan. Yan ang sinasabi natin. Dapat, bago ilabas sa market yan, bago payagan ng ating gobyerno,
dumaan muna dapat sa masusing pag-aaral. Wala eh. Ngayon, nagsasuffer tao na nagkakasakit. Saan pumupunta? Sa inyo rin. Sa gobyerno din. Bakit? Walang pampagamot eh. Sa inyo rin pupunta. Di ba? Pwede namang iwasang magkasakit ang tao at hindi magpunta sa gobyerno, sa ospital, kung naabisuhan. Wala eh. Ako ayokong magsalita na ang gobyerno kasi pera-pera. Masabi lang magbabayad ng tax. Ayun, sige, go! Tulad doon, sa LTO na yan, yung pagkuha ng lisensya. Di ba? Nagkaroon ng mga press conference. Pinag-aralan ba ninyo na yan ay pagsisimulan ng korupsyon? O ano ba nangyari? Di ba pinagsisimulan na nga ng korupsyon? Bakit? Marami pong nagtayo, ito di umano, ng mga regional director pa man ng LTO ng mga driving school. Bakit? Kasi sinabi ng LTO, lahat ng kukuha ng lisensya, student permit, ay dadaan sa mga driving school. Tingin nyo ba mga na talaga nag-e-enroll sa driving school? Hindi po. Magbabayad lang doon at bibigyan na ng certificate para makakuha ng lisensya. Di korupsyon. Tinuruan nyo lang yung ibang mga pribadong driving school na gumawa ng pera ng madali. Well, wala tayong magagawa. Kayo yan di ba? Yun na sinasabi natin, opinion lang natin. Okay, so mamaya, yung pag-uusapan nga natin, sinasabi ko sa inyo, yung ginawang talakayan na mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso tungkol po doon sa Vape na nahuli sa isang bodega sa Valenzuela. Valenzuela pa pala. Kamanaba area na naman. Pero bago yan mga kaibigan, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Sa ating mga katropa, sa ating mga kuya, ate. Mga grupo ko na mga aspirant po na CLR 45. At siyempre, inaayos pa namin yung aming club name. At ganyan sa ating mga katropa sa Kamanaba area, partikular sa lungsod ng Valenzuela. Gayun din sa Malabon, Nabotas at Caloocan. Magandang gabi sa inyo. At yung ating mga katropang LMT, mga licensed massage therapist. Ayan, sina Miss Jackie Lagpawadahar, Sir Romel Martinez, Doc Jojo Revilla, Sir Haji Crespo, Ma'am Digna Kahulugan, na nasa aboard na ngayon. Okay, so mga kaibigan, huwag na nating patagalin. At ito ngayon po natin sa inyo yung lagay ng ating panahon. Buhat po sa DOST PagAsa sa pagulat po ng ating katropang si Patrick Del Mundo.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ngayon ay araw ng Huwebes, December 14, 2023 at narito magiging lagay ng panahon para sa buong maghapon at sa mga susunod pang mga araw. Sa kasalukuyan ay patuloy yung pag-iral ng hanging amihan dito sa may bahagi ng Luzon at yung easterlies naman ang nakakaapekto sa nalalabing bahagi ng ating bansa. Samantalang yung cloud cluster sa labas ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility ay nabuo na bilang isang low pressure area at huli nating namataan sa may layong 1,865 kilometers sa may silangan ng southeastern Mindanao. Itong low pressure area na ito, mababa pa rin yung tsansa na maging isang bagyo sa susunod na 2 araw, bagamat inaasahan natin na possible itong pumasok ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility sa araw ng Sabado. At pagdating naman ng araw ng Linggo ay maaring lumapit dito sa may silangang bahagi ng Mindanao. Kaya naman pag-iingat pa rin sa ating mga kababayan dyan at paghahanda sa paglapit nitong low pressure system na ito dahil maaari ito magdala ng mga pag-ulan sa may silangang bahagi ng Visayas at ng Mindanao. At para naman sa magiging lagay ng panahon ngayong araw sa Kalakhang, Luzon, inaasahan natin na maulap na kalangitan na may mga pag-ulan o may hinang pag-ulan sa may bahagi ng Cagayan Valley, Aurora, Quezon at sa ilang bahagi ng Bicol Region, partikular sa may bahagi ng Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur at Catanduanes dahil yan sa epekto ng hanging amihan. At sa nalalabing bahagi ng Luzon, kasama na rin sa Metro Manila ay magkakaroon naman generally fair weather conditions at magkakaroon lamang ng mahihinang pag-ulan o mga isolated na mga mahihinang pag-ulan o pag-ambon dahil naman yan sa epekto ng hanging amihan. Agwat ng temperatura sa may lawag na sa 24 to 32 degrees Celsius, sa may Tuguegarao, 23 to 32, dito naman sa may Baguio City ay 16 to 25, Metro Manila ay nasa 24 to 33, Tagaytay City nasa 22 to 30, sa may bahagi naman ng Legazpi at Calayan Islands ay 25 to 32 degrees Celsius, at dito naman sa may Puerto Princesa ay 25 to 33 degrees Celsius. At para naman sa magiging lagay ng panahon sa Kalakang, Visayas at Mindanao, asahan pa rin ang generally fair weather conditions, bagamat posible pa rin magkaroon ng mga severe thunderstorm events na maaaring magdala ng mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. Kaya maging alerto yung ating mga kababayan tuwing magkakaroon ng mga severe thunderstorm events. Agwat ng temperatura sa may Iloilo at Tacloban ay nasa 26 to 32 degrees Celsius. Sa may Metro Cebu at sa may Metro Davao naman ay 25 to 32. Sa may bahagi ng Cagayan de Oro ay 24 to 31, at sa may Zamboanga City ay nasa 24 to 34 degrees Celsius. At para naman sa lagay ng ating karagatan, sa ngayon ay wala tayong nakataas na gale warning sa namang baybayin ng ating bansa, bagamat pinag-iingat yung ating mga kababayan sa may bahagi ng Northern Luzon kung saan maaari pa rin makaranas ng katamtaman hanggang sa matataas sa mga pag-alon, dulot yan ng hanging amihan. At para naman sa ating 3-day weather outlook sa mga pangunahing syudad ng ating bansa, sa simula bukas, araw ng Biyernes, hanggang sa araw ng Linggo, inaasahan natin na bukas, generally fair weather conditions sa buong bansa, bagamat nihina yung hanging amihan at magkakaroon naman ng mga thunderstorms sa lahat ng bahagi ng ating bansa at posible yung mga isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. At pagdating naman ng araw ng Linggo, inaasahan natin na magkakaroon ng mga pag-ulan dito sa may bahagi ng Bicol region at gayon din sa may Eastern Visayas sa unti-unting paglapit ng low pressure system na ating binabantayan at muling iiral yung hanging amihan dito naman sa may bahagi ng Luzon kasama dyan yung Metro Manila at sa nalalabing bahagi ng Visayas at ng Mindanao, generally for weather conditions maliban lamang sa mga chance ng mga isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. Agwat ng temperatura sa Metro Manila ay nasa 24 to 32 degrees Celsius, sa may Baguio City naman ay 15 to 25. Dito sa may bahagi ng Legazpi, ang agwat ng temperatura ay nasa 24 to 32 degrees Celsius. Sa may Metro Cebu naman ay nasa 25 to 31. At dito naman sa may bahagi ng Metro Davao ay 25 to 34 degrees Celsius. At ang haring araw ay sisikat ngayon 6:12 ng umaga at lulubog naman mamayang 5:29 ng gabi. At para sa karagdagang updates, lalong-lalo na sa mga thunderstorm and rainfall advisories, ugaling bisitahin ng ating social media accounts, UST_PagAsa, at para sa karagdagang impormasyon, bisitahin ang ating website, pagasa.ust.gov.ph. At yan po muna ang latest mula dito sa PagAsa Weather Forecasting Center. Ito po si Patrick Del Mundo. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Ayun, maraming salamat sa iyo, katropang Patrick Del Mundo. At nagatid po sa atin sa oras na alas 7:32 ng gabi. Oras sa buong kapuluan, oras ni Luz Biminda. Okay mga kaibigan, tuloy-tuloy tayo. Kayo'y nakatutok pa rin at nanonood at nakikinig dito pa rin sa programang Tropa. Siyempre dito lang sa Millennial Online TV News and Updates. So yun, tulad na sinabi natin, ay tunghayan natin mga kaibigan yung pong ginawang pagdinig ng mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso tungkol po doon sa issue na di umano ay merong nasa koteng bodega ng mga vape. Yung pong vape, yung para sigarilyo e-cigarette, yung mga electronic cigarette. Abay, noon pa natin sinasabi, ano ba to? Na masama po ang vape sa katawan. Yan pa, ang nagsasabi ay mga eksperto rin doktor. Ang problema, yun nga po, pinayagan ng ating gobyerno na lumabas sa merkado. Hindi ho dapat. Kasi nga ho, alam pala nilang makakasama sa kalusugan, bakit naman inilabas pa sa merkado? So, yun, alamin natin sa mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso ang ginawa nilang pagdinig dito po sa nasabing issue ng vape.
This hearing of the Committee on Ways and Means is hereby called to order. May we call on our good friend from Bulacan, the next most prosperous province.
Yes.
No other than Congressman Ambrosio C. Cruz Jr. of the 5th District of Bulacan to lead us in a prayer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Stand for the prayer.
So stand for the prayer. Let's bow our heads and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear God, as we rise to meet its new today, please let us be filled with your spirit. Thank you for your goodness and for your blessings over us. Thank you that we are able to bring hope through even the toughest of times, strengthening us for your purpose. Let us desire to become more like you and to worship you in all we do. We give you praise and thanks for you alone. You alone are worthy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Maraming salamat. Congressman Cruz?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I move that we dispense with the calling of the roll call.
I second the motion.
Thank you to the most productive, most industrious, soon to be re-elected OFW representative. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the same is approved.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman Cruz.
before we proceed with our meeting, I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the meeting held on November 7, 2023, and approve the same. Said minutes has been uploaded into our Viber group, and physical copies are also in our kits. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second the motion, Mr.
Are
Chair.
there any objections? No objections. Hearing none, the minutes of the meeting held on November 7, 2023 is hereby approved. Since this is, I just want to put things sort of in context. So last hearing, we gave out instructions. So can you show that? Para naman, and then after that, I'll just make an industry or preliminary industry. Okay. So we issued and served 5 subpoenas to 5 persons. Can you show? So, yan. So this is a report coming from our own Sergeant at Arms. They were properly served. Number 2, we instructed the Bureau of Customs and we obtained an 87-page action report. Can you show the first page? There. Ang magaling ang customs ngayon. We requested the BIR to validate the product licenses of T.R.O.P.A, and since that is the product in question or brand in question. No update? BIR? Kaya pala ang layo-layo mo kasi ayaw mo. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning po.
Are you from what department?
I'm from the Excise LP Regulatory Division.
Ikaw din yung last time, hindi no?
Hindi po.
Kaya pala. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ka liable dito.
Your Honor.
If you have it, can you just give it to the secretary?
Okay.
Do you have it?
Yes. This is in response.
May I ask the page to just get it from? Yes, ma'am.
Yes. This is in response to the different communications that
Correct.
were instructed to us to furnish, to give communications to the Bureau of Customs, Bureau of Customs, FDA, and DTI.
DPS, that's right.
Yes. We provided the different communications for requesting for samples of the different kinds of lava vapor products confiscated for laboratory testing in determining the type of nicotine used by manufacturer or importer. And we also provided letters or served letters to the Food and Drugs Administration and also to the Bureau of Philippine Standards, submitting samples being with the same letter, providing the letter.
So yung validation ng license ng PLABA, did you validate that?
Sir,
That was the most important. The others were just coordinative instructions.
sir, with regards to the different flava flavors, FDA responded through an email
Yes.
dated December 7, 2023.
Please provide the committee a copy. Meron ka ba? Can you just, take a snapshot? Lahat naman kayo, merong, page. Ikaw na lang, Please, ikaw, pangalan? Punta ka doon, picturean mo lang. Mitch. Para matapos tayo kagad. Alam mo, this committee is known for completing all its investigation and really coming out with a committee report. We never left anybody. Wala kaming binibitin. Ano pa yung instructions sa'yo? So, nandyan yung validation ng product licenses ng PLABA. Yung license number. Okay, okay? Sige na. Number 4, we requested the BPS and the FDA to furnish the committee with standards to distinguish between free-based, bakit wala bandi yan? Free-based talaga, and nicotine salt. Is FDA around? Alam mo, mahilig to, huwag mag-present. BPS, is the Bureau of Product Standards of DTI around? Is anybody from DTI around? May I recognize? Please, ano pangalan mo? Anong position mo?
Good morning po, sir.
Yes, yes, boss.
My name is J. Iliescas from the Bureau of Philippine Standards. I'm the Division Chief of the Product Testing Division.
Okay.
With me, sir, is Mr. Engineer Von Villaruel of the Standards Conformity Division of BPS.
So we requested you to make a distinction. Do you have a distinction between salt, and free-base?
Unfortunately po, sir, sa ngayon wala po kaming testing capability to test nicotine.
My goodness. So, baka mag-fail kami nito sa PagAsa dito. We said.
Actually po, sir, we requested po yung budget in 2022, hindi po na bigay. And in 2024 po na-request po din namin.
So ibig sabihin, ano bang dyan? What is the default there? If government fails?
Non-feasance, criminal.
No, yeah, but we don't want them in jail. And then, what happens to the filing of cases by customs? Will they file under the lower one or the higher one? So, we will file on the lower one. Ikaw ang abogado eh.
So, Mr. Chairman.
Hindi nga natin alam kung...
This is very, very important that the BPS should have the capacity to determine whether those sold by Flaba are nicotine salt or free-base, because if it is free-base, it will be only 10% of the excise tax to be paid by nicotine salt products. And so if they have none, Mr. Chairman, then we just have to be able, this committee should get now a private laboratory whom we are going to contract with to be able to fast track. Otherwise, you have to wait for the budget for 2024, 25. So, Mr. Chairman, that's very important, because then with this investigation, we can give to the BIR to assess the proper taxes, Mr. Chairman. So if they are not capable, let us now find a very, very reputable institute, a company to conduct a test. Very important. Basic now to the issue of under declaration of products for excise tax purposes.
Okay. I think the committee secretary is hereby instructed to to follow the instruction of Congressman Rufus. And hindi lang naman po talaga yung testing ang importante. Yung definition nyo, may definition kayo. Kasi ang diferensya dito, 52 pesos and 600 pesos. Ha?
Correct.
So, paano ba kami? Paano na gobyerno? Per 10 ml. So that's a big difference. So do you have the product standards? Is it written already?
Sir, sa ngayon po yung
At least definition lang.
differentiation po nung dalawa doon sa ginagamit po nating existing standard, hindi po siya naka-define. Although sinabi po doon yung nicotine
Para akong
content.
pinagpawisan sa'yo.
Opo.
Hindi nga.
But the BPS po is anytime can adapt kung meron pong recommended, halimbawa po
Ano?
si
Hindi na kami execute. You're the executive and we gave it to you. That's why we created a BPS. You're supposed to set the
yes,
standard.
sir. We can adapt po right away.
We have to base, Mr. Chairman, and then we have to base on the definitions of the World Health Organization.
Okay, in the meantime, we will
Because,
adopt
yeah.
is there any objection to any member?
World
That
Health
in the-
Organization.
In the failure of
definition.
Congress to give them money and in recognition of the fact that BPS has an alibi, we will adopt for the moment is the world definition or the world standard between nicotine salt and fee-based. So is there any objection? Is that proper?
No objection.
No objection. No? So anyway, ang ano lang naman yan is basically it's the benzoic acid. After that, since tapos na tayo sa mga instruction, may papakita lang.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
with your indulgence, there is another instruction, and upon my motion to have to issue subpoena duces tecum to Bencat and Flava on all the documents in relation to importation and their relationship between the two companies. It's not there in the what we have a flash on the screen. So maybe know whether we have the 5 subpoena ad testificandum, and we will find out now whether there is compliance of the subpoena. And so may we know now also whether the subpoena ducis tecum to bring documents here with the responsible officials of these two corporations have been served.
Sir, can we just
We'll have the oath taking of those who have not yet taken their oath, but for those who took their oath the last time, they will testify under the continuing oath in this particular committee. Thank you.
Anyway, so I'm sorry, really. The concept. Can you read the title of the measure under consideration?
Good morning, Chair, Your Honors. House Resolution Number 1437 entitled A Resolution Directing the Appropriate Committees of the House of Representatives to conduct an inquiry on the reported inspection of a warehouse in Valenzuela City, which led to the discovery of 1.48 billion pesos worth of allegedly illegal electronic cigarettes bearing the mark Flaba, with the end in view of abating the proliferation of illicit trade by introducing remedial legislation as may be necessary, authored by Representative Rufus Rodriguez. Sir, Your Honors.
Thank you. And at this point, may I ask the COMSEC to please acknowledge our members as well as our guests.
Your Honors, we have, of course, the Chair, Joey Sarte Salceda, Representative Ambrosio Cruz, Representative Lordan Suwan, Representative Alfonso Omali, Representative Adrian Michael Amatong, and of course, Representative Rufus Rodriguez, our author, Representative Marisa Del Mar Magsino, and Representative Rodande Marcoleta. We also have Representative Sergio Dagook and Representative Joseph Gilbert Bulago. For our resource persons, for those served with subpoena, 4 of them are here. Ms. Lilac Tayaban, Mr. Dennis Rastata.
Go one by one. Can you please say present and stand up when you are called resource persons and those under subpoena? please kindly read again the names and let them stand there and say present.
For those who were issued subpoena, sir, we have Miss Lilac Tayaban.
Present po.
Mr. Dennis Rostata. Mr. Reynald Lianto.
So the owner of the warehouse is not here.
The lessee of the warehouse, Mr. Reynald yes. And Mr. Tony Gonzalez. So is Mr. Reynald Lianto here, sir? Okay, so far po, Mr. Jen Vincent Fabro, the CEO of Labo Corporation, and Mr. Reynald Lianto are not here. Mr. Fabro sent us a medical certificate saying that he has viral conjunctivitis, Your Honors.
Mr. Chairman, may I manifest that for those who are absent, well, probably with that medical certificate, who's that subpoenaed witness who is not present?
Jen Fabros and
Fabros.
Ray Lianto.
The other one has nothing. Has no. Who is the one with no explanation for the absence?
Mr. Reynald Lianto, sir.
Yeah, Leonard.
Lianto.
I move that he be held in contempt and an arrest warrant be issued to him.
Sinasabi ko eh.
Because they have been properly served to serve it after Christmas. Definitely, we cannot arrest people Christmas after holiday January. But I think the chairman is. We will just withdraw that and give them a chance.
No, you can proceed, and we'll have a hearing on 19. I asked the permission of the speaker to complete this entire hearing by the December 19. So he will have the chance to come here. So that issue is being Is there any second?
So warrant of arrest be issued to Mr. Lianto. Is that who's the guy?
Yes.
Yeah. Warrant of arrest be issued to bring him here and put him in our detention cell. We are now building a bigger detention cell. For the first time, our Congress right there is already constructing a new cell because apparently many will already be arrested and be held in contempt. On the second one, Mr. Chairman, may I see first the affidavit or the is it notarized? Because if not, we'll file. We will again have a warrant of arrest.
Alam mo, ewan ko, ako natatakot tuloy dito.
No, because Mr. Chairman, at the outset, I am a co-author of Republic Act 1190.
I know.
And that is the Vaporized Nicotine or Non-Nicotine Products Regulation Act. October pa lang, 2022. Now we see unscrupulous businessmen who are violating this law by not paying the proper customs duties and not paying the proper excise taxes. And you know, this law is for the universal healthcare system of our country. And the people of Cagayan de Oro certainly would need these amounts for their medical care. And so therefore, may I see, it is notarized, so we cannot do anything about this. So we have a nota by Henry Adasa. Mr. Shili Chow has a sworn of no. The medical certificate has no notarization, only the affidavit. I move for the arrest of Mr. Shili Chow, Mr. Chairman. Motion for him to be held in contempt. The medical certificate does not contain, in court, you have to have your medical certificate, and in these hearings, it's easy to get the medical certificate. There has to be a notarization. What is notarized here is it is Vincent Fabro. Okay. Is also an arrest warrant for Vincent Fabro residing at 14 Del Pilar, Valenzuela Street.
Can you withdraw the arrest warrant for Li Chao?
For Li Chao, Yasibin issued a subpoena.
We will just invite them.
No, he was not invited.
So we just invited for the 19 because he's supposed to be the supplier.
I moved that to be, so we have now 2 warrants of arrest and now a subpoena at testificandum to Shile Chow, a Chinese national with residence. So therefore, we move for the issuance of a subpoena at testificandum to Shile Chow.
Si Jen Pablo and si Ray Lian.
Yeah, yun ang warrants of arrest. Yes. But in the next hearing, we will invite, ad testificandum to Li Chao to see him here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the vote. So move, Mr. Chairman.
I guess, are there any objections? Hearing none, so the COMSEC is hereby instructed to please coordinate. And possibly, that means all of you will be here also on the 19th, huh? We can finish this.
Mr.
So,
Chair,
yes,
may I make of record that I co-authored this particular measure,
the two
subject
biggest,
of this inquiry. Thank you.
you will have your full time, sir. The two biggest luminaries, the legal eagles of Congress, so to speak, are here. Congressman Rufus and Congressman Marcoleta, who single-handedly put ABS-CBN to one. So, para ako kasi mamaya, I'll just make a short presentation and then I'll give these two guys full para hindi ako makikialam. At di ka ba tapos sa resource persons?
Di pa.
Okay?
Yes, sir. I may continue. We also have OIC Yusek Dakila Napaw of the Department of Finance. We have from the DTI, Engineer.
You have to stand up and say present.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm present.
Thank you.
From the DTI, we have Engineer J. Iliascas and Engineer Von Villaruel. From the BIR, we have Miss Maria Rosario Puno.
Present.
Also from the BIR, Attorney Edgar Alan Reyes. From the Bureau of Customs, we have ASCOM Attorney Vincent Philip Maronilla. From BOC, we also have Attorney Tristan Armando Langkay III. From BOC, we also have Mr. Paul Oliver Paconayan, Your Honors. So from FLABA, we have Attorney Jason Humarang. Also Attorney Alien Brosoto Malto. And Attorney Jake Galang from the AB Law Office. We also have President Joey Dulay from the Philippine E-Cigarette Industry Association. And from Philip Morris, we have Attorney Archimedes Gonzalez. Okay. Yes, we also have Director Robert Eugenio from Japan Tobacco International, Philippines. Also, Attorney Jose Paulo Patajo from Japan Tobacco International, Philippines. And Attorney Lorman Arugay from AAC Law for Dencat Trading Corporation, sir, Your Honors.
Thank you. The chair would like to take this privilege first. And
First, Mr. Chairman, since they have been recognized, can this COMSEC give the oath to those new resource persons present? Can you please stand up? Those who have not yet taken their oath, for those who have taken them last time, it is a continuing oath.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Para naman you have free hand and so the public and of course will have an understanding of what are we talking about here. I just prepared a short presentation and just to guide us of how important this hearing will be. Okay, full. These are really the policy implication of illicit trade in electronic cigarettes. Next. Pag tiningnan mo to, according to the US HHS, pag ang sigarilyo ay lampas 7 piso, lilipat ang mga consumers sa vape. So this is already a study. Next, the substitution effects are having an impact on tobacco excise tax collections. That's why this is very important. And from 176, we expect 2023 to fall again. So ilang fall na yan? We are seeing at least 92 billion in fall cumulative in our excise tax. And part of that, I think 1/3 of that is due to the substitution of vape. While difficult to estimate e-cigarette market due to widespread informality, online trends show substitution taking effect. Next. Pag tinignan nyo yung 2021, e-cigarettes have been outpacing cigarettes since late 2021 when tobacco collections also started to fall. So hindi ito basta-basta kaya tayo nagpapa-imbestiga, hindi dahil gusto lang natin kundi talagang may malaking epekto. Next. Excise tax collection increasing but not capturing full industry size. Ang projection po ay we will be losing another 13.44 billion in excise tax to this is the industry size. So just using the free base rates, industry size pala to. Bakit excise tax ang nakalagay? So, ang nawawala this year will be 13.44 billion dahil po nandyan ang vape at hindi nabubuisan. Next. Vapes appear to offer more value for money. Can you say that? In terms of puffs. Ang cigarette, so in short, kitang-kita dito, yung price per pack ng cigarette, 125, pero 300 puffs. So, the nicotine delivered is 24, so e-cigarette delivers more or twice more than ordinary cigarettes.
10,000 pounds.
Yes, with 10,000 puffs. So now, let's just go to the key issues in the case of FLABA. One, vape sale is not yet particularly classified under P6. So if ang laki na ng industriya nito, meron kaming industry report which says that by 2027, vapes will be 1/2 of the size of the traditional cigarettes. So in short, dapat nasa PSIC na to. Oy, Daki, sabihan mo PSA na dapat may sariling PSIC. If you look at the registration, there is no PSIC number. Para mas pati ang customs will be guided. Next. Okay. Next is that the brands found in the warehouse were all registered with the BIR RMC 93-2023 with FLABA Corporation registering as a manufacturer. BIR, ma'am, di ba pag manufacturer dapat automatic may ROCEL?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bakit wala dito?
Revenue officer on premises.
Yes.
There's an assigned revenue officer on
Meron?
premises.
Sino? Patayin mo nga. So, pwede pa ipakulong namin yan? Kasi obviously, wala naman manufacturing happening when they went to the factory. I went to the warehouse of Llanto. Matik yan. Pag manufacturer at excisable product, there should be an ROCEL. Wala. Ano pangalan?
Your Honor, because we have limited personnel.
So wala. Okay na yun. Sabihin mo nang wala. Kaysa may makulong. Anong gusto mo?
Yes, Sir Honor.
Ano?
Chairman, Christmas ngayon.
Christmas nga pala. Kayong dalawa lang magpapakulong. Next. FLABA Corporation is not registered as an importer. Next. How did the BOC conclude that FLABA branded inventory was not manufactured domestically and is possibly smuggled? October 24, the IPO, IPRD. October 26, my birthday, LOA was issued by BOC Commissioner. October 27, LOA was served. BOC found 14,000 boxes. And November 6, Lilac Tabayan presents document but no proof of importation. BOC finds that the address presented incapable of manufacturing seized goods. So in other words, ito sana hindi mangyari kung may ROCEL. Tama po ba, BIR? Next. Ito lang yung mga issues, nicotine salt versus fee-based. Well, no specific definition exists in relevant rules and regulation, but as already moved as a committee rule, the National Library of Medicine in the U.S. differentiates the two as salt, benzoic acid added, and fee-based, no benzoic added. So we have adopted that already. Salt nic is taxed at 52, while fee-based is taxed at 60 per 10 ml. So the presence of benzoic acid supposedly makes high concentration of nicotine have a smoother sensation. The tax code, however, provides that nicotine salt shall be regardless of nicotine content including nicotine-free liquids or any similar products. Ano yan? Kailangan natin ano yan? Do we need to remedial? Okay. Top King Logistics, which supposedly built Flaba, is also an importer, not a manufacturer. So Top King purports to specialize in importing from China. Next. In other words, if the seized goods marked Flaba were manufactured domestically, payment of appropriate excise tax to BR should be proven. In other words, there should be an ATRIG, authority to release imported goods. So if the goods were imported, release documents of proof of payment of duties should be produced. The seized inventory indicates that it was manufactured by Flaba Corporation. Flaba Corporation representatives have submitted an affidavit to this committee that it was Shenzhen Mawanda Technology in China which manufactured and supplied the products, and that was supposed to be produced locally by Denka Trading. Binigyan niyo ba sila ng kopya? And regardless of whom the Chinese company sold the products, the label that the inventory was manufactured by Flaba Corporation is false. Next, Flaba submitted documentation to the BOC on the seized inventory, indicating that it claims the stocks to be owned by them. Flaba claims, however, that the stocks were locally purchased from Denkat and that the Chinese supplier supplied the products to Denkat. In Flada's version of events, Denkat is responsible for paying excise taxes as an importer. So what should be the true, regardless of whose version is correct? 1. The stock was definitely imported. There's no doubt. The only question is who imported them and how were they imported. 2. Flaba is not a manufacturer of the brands it carries, contrary to what's stated to the BIR, but merely purchases them from another or imports them. 3. If purchasing from a local supplier, Flaba should at least have paid VAT on that items purchased, which is also absent from the action of the customs. Binilang lang nila yung excise. The products were mislabeled as manufactured by Flaba, and at least one party, whether the Chinese supplier or local supplier, is responsible for this false labeling. Chinese suppliers supposedly accomplished an affidavit should already be to provide the invoice and other documentation from which the committee can know who is the importer, the brokers responsible for the goods, which ports were used. I seriously, there's a debate whether it's Batangas or which port of Manila. My gut feeling tells me it's Batangas. The declared value of the goods. So policy recommendation, and this is where I differentiate and stop. 1. P6 should classify manufacture and sale of electronic cigarette as a separate industry class. NAPAW, you're assigned. The BRR should faithfully implement the ROCEL rule for electronic cigarette manufacturers. You don't just give a license without an ROCEL on premise. You do that for everyone, liquor, etc. This is RR 14-022 specifically says that there shall be deployed assigned on a day-to-day basis revenue officers on premise. And this RR is really pertains to e-cigarettes. This is not just very specifically to vaporized nicotine, non-nicotine products. Number 3, contradiction BIR system of registration of e-cigarette companies should be resolved. Flaba was given a BIR certificate as a retailer, but was also listed as a manufacturer. BOC noted that the listed address of the company appears incapable of handling manufacturing products. This one, and I would say, mukhang sa ngayon, mas magaling ang customs kaysa, I read through it. This is 87 page, and I think except for a few, it was a very good report. In addition, the declared capitalization of the corporation of 1 million, of which 312,500 has been subscribed and paid up, should render it incapable of manufacturing. Distinction between manufacturers, importers, wholesalers, and retailers is crucial because it should determine the extent of responsibility for ensuring excise tax payments. Number 5, third-party liability should be established. RRs and RMCs issued in implementation of Vape tax law and RR 11900, authored by Congressman Rufus, do not outline the following: responsibility of foreign suppliers to label and declare shipment as electronic cigarettes, responsibility of brokers, responsibility of logistic providers, and responsibility of selling platforms. At this point, DTI, Can you please tell Lazada na it's improper to sell? Yung Shopee, tumigil sila lang. Tinuloy-tuloy pa nila ang pagbebenta ng vape. Yung Shopee, upon the request of this committee, followed. There is no vape in Shopee, but in Lazada there is. So let me just repeat that request to DTI. Na Lazada should stop selling. Ilalagay mo lang 18. Pati ako pwede maglagay ng, obviously I'm over 18. Last two. Definition of salt, nicotine, and freebase should be clearly set out. 11900, Section 18, Product Standard Requirements. The DTI, consultation with FDA, shall set technical standards for safety, consistency, quality, and product standards. Succeeding section based on international standards. So may basis po yung motion ni Congressman Rufus based on international. That was what we approved. So we have now basis to say na ang custom should use. So in other words, gamitin nyo po yung definition. So the FDA submitted a letter to that it has stepped aside in favor of DTI. Kaya wala ko kayong karapatan. Kayo, sabi ng FDA, kayo daw ang gagawa because they said it has stepped aside in favor of DTI in the matter. However, it has not indicated whether DTI has already consulted it with regard. Because sabi ng batas, you should consult FDA. Pero ngayon, ang magsusulat kayo. The definition are also not indicated in RA 11900 IRR. The Bureau of PPS supposedly used PNS, AF, NOR, XP, D90-300, DAS1, 2019 to classify e-cigarette products under DAO 06-2022 of DTI. But there was no distinction there. Last. Excisable products should be declared from the port of departure. Importers should be given the responsibility of informing their foreign suppliers that the goods to be imported are excisable. A declaration of goods by the foreign supplier should be transmitted to the BOC and compared against the arrival's declaration should be a requirement for release. That ends my presentation. And with the permission of the two luminaries, can I just ask the BOC if they want to expound on their report? Okay lang sa'yo?
Yes, yes.
May I now call on ASCOM Jet Maronilla to just summarize?
Your Honor, we basically everything that that was done by the Bureau of Customs is in the report. Additionally, we were requested to produce a certification whether DenCat Trading is an accredited importer. We issued a certification in reply to that.
So they don't import.
DenCat is not an accredited importer. They applied for a one-time importation way back in 2014, but that's it. But as to a regular importer status, Your Honor, DenCat Trading is not a regular importer.
Okay. So now may I, usually this is reserved for the opposition. Dagok, are you willing to yield to the legal eagle or the author?
I yield, Mr. Chair, and I would also manifest to co-author the House resolution.
Thank you very much. So at this point, may I recognize Congressman Rufus for his interpellation.
Yeah, to add to the very clear presentation of what this is all about. Thank you, Chairman Joey. One thing is that, once again, we reiterate the DDI to issue a directive to Lazada to stop, to cease from selling. As of now, I have checked, Flaba, e-cigarettes are still on the market. And so in spite of all what is being done here, Lazada continues to sell online. We also urge the DTI to inform Shopee to continue its non-sale of online of the Flaba products. So that is our request to DTI to support our chairman. Let us cease, let us not allow them to continue selling, especially because they are also selling to minors. All the minors will click is that they're over 18, but that is not that should not be the case. So since we are investigating this and probably criminal cases will be filed later, we urge the DTI to make sure that there will be a pulling out of all of these ads in their online list. So that's one. Mr. Chairman, to add also to your explanation of the status of this particular investigation, I would like to put on record, I have a copy here of the affidavit of Shi Li Chao. For the record, it says that Shi Li Chao is a Chinese national living in Shenzhen province. And the address is here. He is the general manager of Shenzhen Maunda Technology Company Limited. The company is the one engaged in the manufacturing of vapor products, particularly the Romeo brand of e-cigarette. Third paragraph. In the Philippines, here is very, very important, we supply our product through, here it is, through Denka Trading. Dennis Rostata. Is Dennis Rostata here? Yeah, you will be asked later on in the interpellation. As such, the goods are brought and paid for by your company, Mr. Rostata. That is the affidavit. So he's executing this to attest to the truth of the foregoing for whatever legal purposes. But before you will answer this, Mr. Chairman, a notary public has notarized this in the city of Manila. Mr. Li Chao is in China. So therefore, there is a question of this affidavit. The signature does not show that it's really a proper signature. It seems that it's just written. Mr. Chairman, I would like to mark as Exhibit A for the resolution Rodriguez, the signature of Li Chao, and also Exhibit A-1, the signature of Attorney Henry D. Adasa. Because precisely is not here, because he's in China. How can there be an affidavit? But the content is different from the signature. We're going to let them answer. For the marking, Mr. Chairman, Exhibit A, signature, Exhibit A1, the notarization. Now, Mr. Rostata, my first question is, directly, here is an affidavit. Although there is some question of the authenticity, but we can go beyond that. There's an allegation. May we know, Mr. Rostata, are you the importer of this Flava e-cigarettes found in the Valenzuela warehouse? You are under oath, remind you.
I'm not, Your Honor.
Not the importer.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how did you bring in this particular case? So you are not the importers. So you are stating now that you have nothing to do. Dencat has nothing to do with all the Flava e-cigarettes that were found in the warehouse. You're under oath, huh? You have nothing to do.
I'm not the importer, Your Honor.
You're not the importer. Now let me go, Mr. Chairman, now to Flava. Who is the representative of Flava Corporation? Please identify yourself again.
Lilac Tayaban po, Your Honor.
Lilac is here. Ms. Tayaban is here. Yeah. Ms. Tayaban, are you the importer of these e-cigarettes found at the warehouse?
No po, Your Honor.
You are not the importer.
No po.
And it seems that you are in touch with the manufacturing company. You know them also. This is Mr. Shi Li Chao. You're in contact with them.
With ano po?
Yeah, are you in contact with the manufacturer of this, Shenzhen Maunda Technology, Mr. Shi Li Chao? Do you know this person?
Yes po.
You know that. Are you having business dealings with this person and this company?
No po.
So no. So you are so what is the connection between Flava Corporation and Shenzhen Maunda Technology? You know him, but you have the relation. What is therefore? What is the what do you have with him? With them?
Bali, umu-order po kami kay Mr. Rostata po. And then, deliver po yung product sa amin door to door po sa warehouse.
In other words, you therefore, Flava Corporations also orders the e-cigarettes from Lencat. Is that what you're saying?
Yes po.
Okay. So while the manufacturing statement on the boxes says Flava Corporation, is it not Bureau of Customs that in these boxes there is the mark Flava Corporation?
Yes, Your Honor. There's marking to that effect, Your Honor.
So are you saying that those goods in the warehouse were already yours because you purchased them from Dencat? The ones in the warehouse, because your corporation is marked on the packages. Confer you with your lawyer. That's fine with us. Sorry, they have to earn. As I was earning before when I was practicing. You earned more. Yeah, so let us have the answer. May denial kasi si Dencat.
Yes po, Your Honor. Binili po namin from Mr. Dennis Rostata po.
Okay, so that is now clear. The Bureau of Customs discovered this vapes at the warehouse, marked Flava Corporation, but then you are saying that you purchased them from Dencat Corporation. Is that, can you affirm that?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Now, what can you say therefore to the statement of Mr. Rostata that they are not the importer of this particular vape cigarettes? What can you say about that? That he is?
Wala po akong alam regarding sa importation. Sila po yung may contact.
So you're in fact saying that he's lying in this committee because he said that they are not the importer. Oh, answer please. Mr. Rostata lied.
Wala po akong alam regarding importation.
That's okay. So, so therefore, you are denying that you are saying that you have nothing to do with importation. It's just that you bought that. Now, this is now the question. You are now therefore owning, you are therefore claiming ownership on those. You are the owners now of those boxes and the contents of the vaporized products in these boxes. Correct? You are the owners.
Yes po.
Yan, okay. So you are the owners. Now, Miss sabi pa nun, Madam Wetness. Okay. Now, okay, you're the owner. Then, do you have a certificate from the BIR that you paid taxes? Let's go first to the taxes on freebase. Because you are claiming na freebase siya, no? Hindi nicotine salt. Did you pay taxes there?
Yes po, we pay excise tax po.
On freebase, correct?
Opo.
Answer from the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Is it correct that they paid taxes on those that were found in the warehouse? Yeah. The question is, did they pay? Did Flava Corporation pay? We go first to the free base, meaning only 52 pesos per ml. For all those that were discovered there, because they, Mr. Yaban, did not present proof of payment to the Bureau of Customs. Can you confirm they paid or they did not pay?
Your Honor, they are paying excise tax.
They paid. So they paid that for those that were confiscated there, right? They paid. Free base.
Those that they declared with the BIR, they are paying it.
Yes, but may I see the Bureau of Customs? Did they submit when you're required to submit papers on payment of customs, payment of BIR excise tax? Did they submit Bureau of Customs proof of payment of excise tax?
None, Your Honor.
None. In other words, there was none. There was no payment. And can you therefore present BIR the proof of payment, whether the 1.4 million vapes, I think that is the number, 1.4 has been paid, because they may pay a little, they may pay on that. And so can you now certify that they paid the 1.4? Because they could not submit to the customs when they were required. And that's why it is now under forfeiture. Are you sure that the 1.4 have been paid free-base excise tax?
Your Honor, the data that I have right now is only the total, but not the breakdown of the different products.
How much was the total amount paid?
And from when to?
And when? When were they paid, and what is the total amount that they have
For
paid?
the month of October. For the month of October, the total payment is 1.8.
1.8?
Yes.
Million?
1,800,000.
Wow, only 1.8 million, Mr. Chairman. And did you the ROCEL, no, the regional office on the premises, had you checked on this particular vapes at the warehouse upon payment of 1.8 billion only? And is this on this particular transactions, on this particular goods, or some other goods? Maybe no.
At this point, I have no idea if, with regards to the revenue officer on premise. But with regards to, this is based on the filed documents by Flava, based on the payment and the inspection fees they paid with the BIR for the month of October.
So just to be clear, 1.4 vaporized products. They only paid 1.8. If you talk about 52 pesos per ml, and apparently these are really nicotine salt based, so there must be 10 ml per bottle, per vape. So how much would that be, Comsec? If you will now, we let us now go into our computation now. 1.4 times 1.4 million times 10 ml times 52. Just the freebase muna which they're claiming. How much will that be? 1.4 times 10 ml times 52. Ayan.
72 point.
How many million?
72.8. Kung ano.
72, how much? 728 million. You see? Freebase pa lang yan. 728 million na BIR. So are you sleeping on the job, especially your premises officer? Revenue? My goodness, 1.8 million when it should be at their declaration
84.
of freebase, huh?
84.
84 million.
Yes.
84 million. So the government loses 83 million or 82 million based on that. So that's one point. Now, if it is nicotine, with nicotine salt base, then it will be 62 per millimeter, and each vape has 10 milliliters. Correct? How much will be the value of the real tax if they properly declared it as nicotine base and not free base? How much? 1.4 times 52, 62 times 10. Ayan, that is the total revenue that should have been paid, taxes, excise tax to the BIR. According, and I always agree with my compañero, the legal luminary, Dante Marcoleta, incoming Senator of the Republic, 728 million. Okay, that is now therefore what we have lost. And that is why it explains why I authored this, because I am principal author of the vaporized law. You see? 728 million would have gone to our universal healthcare system. You see? To pay for our members of PhilHealth who should have no billing, no balance billing. So, BIR, so what can you say about that? What's happened to the, who is the revenue officer of this Valenzuela? Can we get the name? Because we will subpoena him to appear on December 19. Alan. What is the name of the revenue officer on the premises?
Sir, right now I'm not I don't know who's in charge of.
Can you therefore submit to the committee within 24 hours
Yes,
till you
Your
finish
Honor.
this one?
Sir, Honor.
So very clear, Mr. Chairman, as the way go forward, very clear that if FLABA, because they have admitted they bought it from Dencat. Dencat is the importer. Dencat should be paying the import duties. So let's go first to BIR. Now it's very clear. FLABA did not import it. Okay. They bought it from the importer, according to Ms. Tayaban. They bought it from Mr. Rostata. And therefore, they are liable, Mr. Chairman, for 728 minus 1.8. That is the taxes evaded. They are subject now to criminal cases for that. Wala pa ang VAT. Yes, malaki na talaga with the VAT. And so we temporarily cease our questions to the BIR and to Tayaban. So now we go now to the import taxes. Ayun na naman. Okay. Now, Mr. Yostata, you then you are denying that you have imported this, correct? Because you can change your mind and be honest. Because we will, if there is perjury, we find out that you were the one who brought it here. We'll put you to jail.
We don't have the capacity to import.
First state, you are not. Are you the importer?
No,
No, you're not of this product. You're not importer. Since you are not the importer, you do not actually import them. The ones that are found in the warehouse. Correct?
Correct.
And so, because of that, as a consequence, you have not paid any import tax on this. Customs duties.
We are not the importer, so
Yeah,
we don't pay anything.
Now, may I ask the Bureau of Customs? Now, whoever is the importer, how much would have been paid for these products in terms of customs duties? Your quantity that was found there. How much is the customs duties due to those products? So you should have that, which were not paid.
Your Honor, in terms of duties only, duties, sir, if they're not going to apply for preferential rate, Your Honor, it should be 1% of the dutiable value, which is about 7 million pesos, Your Honor.
We're talking here of not a free-base vaporized nicotine. It is salt-based. So there has to be a distinction, correct? You have to have a distinction.
Yes, Your Honor.
The BIR should have a distinction for sex assets. You must have also a distinction and the value, real value of these particular products for you to impose the proper customs duties.
Yes, Your Honor.
So if the value of that is 1.4, how much is your valuation of those particular e-cigarettes?
What valuation?
That's the evaluation.
Even if even if iba yung laman, free-based or Your Honor, the examiner who assessed the items placed a dutiable value of 700 million pesos. Now, as a distinction, Your Honor, will await the
700 million?
yes, Your Honor, will await any evaluation coming from the Bureau of Internal Revenue.
The examiner has said is that they should have paid for this particular confiscation discovery. They should have paid 700 million in customs duties.
The dutiable value, Your Honor.
Value. So if 700 million is the dutiable value, how much it will be the customs duty?
At minimum, Your Honor, it's about 1% of that particular.
1%.
Yes, Your
It
Honor.
is
That's minus the
7 million.
Yes, Your Honor. That's without excise tax, Your Honor. Just
Just that one, because
Yes, Your Honor.
it's a separate one.
Yes,
So
Your Honor.
7 million.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, if it is nicotine based, if it is nicotine salt, then you will have another,
Should be higher, Your
should
Honor.
be higher.
Yes, Your
It
Honor.
will be at least be 10% higher.
Yes, Your Honor.
So it
That
will
would be
become
70.
ballpark 70 million.
Yes.
All right. So now we are going into this already. We have some figures, no? 7 to 8 million that were not paid, minus 1.8, not paid first in 7 to 8 in the BIR, excess tax, and 70 million approximately, Mr. Chairman, not paid as customs duties. What other charges do you give, do you impose aside from import duties?
Value-added tax, Your Honor.
How much is that?
12%. Should have been
12%
of the GTO.
of 70 million. Of GTObles. How much? Can you compute? 700 million worth.
Yes, sir. A little bit more, Your Honor, because we add to the dutiable. Yes, the dutiable value should factor in freight, insurance, and some other add-ons. So if we place it on about the dutiable value, estimated to be 12% of that, Your Honor.
Of
which is
700
about-
million.
Yes, Your Honor. Which is about
10 millimeters. Can you
75
compute how much is that to that?
84.
84 million.
84 million.
84 million is value-added tax collected by the Bureau of Customs.
Yes.
So we're not talking here now of 70 million plus 84 million plus 728 million. You see how much is the large scale, Mr. Rostata and Ms. Tayabas. We have Tayabas. You see how, we are, the government is shortchanged by about more than 800 million. So those, Mr. Chairman, those are what we have now. I now yield to others to be able to interpolate our resource persons. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And I call on the other co-author, Congressman Marcoleta. Hindi na siya magko-question. You yield to OF.
Sabi ko mamaya na, pero kung pinipilit mo ako
Hindi na muna.
I think, Mr. Chair.
Siyanta muna.
Ikaw muna. Sige.
Okay. Are you minority? Okay. Okay. So with due respect to the minority, but since you talk every day in the floor, so you're a majority.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Meron lang po akong clarificatory question with due respect to our authors, of course, Kong Rufus. In the subject warehouse po, 1.4 million pieces po na e-cigarettes were reported found during the inspection, and it's worth 700 million at 500 pesos a piece, on top of the 728 million imposable excise taxes. It is very mind-boggling, nakakahilo po, that a single warehouse can contain a huge volume of e-cigarettes with an equally huge collectible excise tax of 728 million, and yet the BIR only collected 1.8 million or 7 million in excess taxes from vape products in 2021. 7 million po excise tax from vape, 2021 po. What do these disparities in numbers tell us? One is that there's a huge black market of vape products thriving out there untaxed. So the question is, what is our government doing about this? Do we have any surveillance and monitoring systems to capture this black market, and how effective are they? Kasi it is very important that the government contains this black market of vape products, not only because we are losing government revenues, but as the resolution noted, its existence poses a serious threat to public health as the products may be substandard and may have used dangerous and approved ingredients. Mr. Chair, I want an honest answer about this. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Please direct your question to which?
Sino?
First, if it is manufactured here as claimed as in the registration of LABA, BIR, I think that question is, then if it's imported, I think it will be customs. And if with respect to the harmful substances, I think it has to be Kasi FDA has shielded to BPS, then it's BPS. So BIR first. Very complicated naman ang tanong.
Okay. We have an assigned, the revenue officer on premise is assigned on call.
Yes, finally. So are you willing to say sino yun?
No,
Bakit no? You're
Your
saying
Honor,
no to the committee that takes care of you?
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I'm not the handling the revenue officer on premise.
But you're in charge of excise-able
yes.
products in the LTPS.
Yes, but I'm assigned.
So you're not
for
doing
the-
your job? You're not in charge or what? Are you retiring?
Your Honor, another division is handling the revenue officer on premise, which is the Excise LT Field Operations Division.
Yung pumunta dito last time.
Yes.
Asan siya?
Um,
So your answers are qualified answers as far as the
Yes.
committee is concerned.
with regards to the
Yes.
revenue officer.
So you're not in a position to answer.
For the revenue officer on
Oh my
premise. I'm not in a
goodness.
position.
Pero sa ilalim mo yun, no?
No, it's we're under the umbrella of the excise group.
So mali ba yung,
Third task
inimbita ka ba namin?
Your Honor.
Did we invite you? Is there any letter sent to you by this committee that you represent BIR?
Formerly the
Because the other one was the proper person, which is really excise tax, LTPS.
Yes.
How come you are here? Are you misrepresenting BIR?
Okay. Miss Ayet is from the LT Field Operations Division.
Excise-able products also?
Yes, from the Field Operations
Can you ask her
Division.
to take your seat? Or otherwise, we will disqualify all your statements. You're not in a position to testify to the questions. Ma'am, first question, who is the ROOP?
Sir, we're under the zone of the Valenzuela is already retired po as of October po.
Conveniently. But is there an ROOP?
For the survey po, the ROOPs po assigned are assigned po for the manufacturers po mostly of cigarette products.
So you did not assign because she's not a manufacturer? Is that what you're saying now?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. So you're essentially contradicting what FLAB is saying. Their registration is manufacturer.
Yes, yes, sir.
So there's no ROP because they're not a manufacturer.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
So pero rehistro nila sa iyo, manufacturer, ha?
Lang po, as importer lang po yung meron namin. Because we're just monitoring and supervising. As to the registration
They're
po,
not registered with you as importer.
meron po silang, sir, permit issued by the Excise LT Regulatory Division po.
No branch registered. No branch registered. Dun sa RMC, no branch registered.
But under your RMC, there are no branch registered
For
FLABA.
for FLABA.
yes.
Under importing.
Alam
mo, tumatumbling ka.
Sir, no, the division po concerned as to the registration of brands is under the...
I have your RMC and there's nothing here that says that FLABA is importing. And therefore, there has to be an ROOP in their manufacturing.
Sir Chair.
Can you tell me kung sino mga kapagsalita para sa bagay na to sa BIR?
I think, sir, the division chief for the excise LT field operation. who monitors and supervises po the establishments po, accessible establishments.
Anyway, the answers, so I think we are not, we cannot accept your answers, basically.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm only
Oo, hindi naman. Parang nga kitang nanay eh, kaya ang bait-bait.
sorry.
So I accept your sorry, but I don't accept your answers. So anyway,
Mr. Chair.
yes, Maxine.
Mr. Chair, kayo po nabanggit nyo po earlier, nasa monitoring po kayo. Kung nasa monitoring po kayo, ano pong ginagawa ninyo sa surveillance ninyo at monitoring system na nasa black market natin na untaxed po from 728 million, 7 million lang 2021 pa po itong record na ito. So if you are, sorry po ha, with due respect, if you are not in authority po, bakit po kayo ang pinadala? Kasi po, we need kasi direct questions ay direct answer din po. Kasi po nagtatagal po tayo sa committee, medyo minamadali po natin dahil mag-holiday, we're still working. Ating chair, we are still working because we have a mandate to finish everything bago po mag-holiday, ma'am. Ano pong sagot natin? Doon po sa surveillance and monitoring po na nagfa-flood po ang ating market na hindi po natin na monitor, kaya po yung binabayad po sa taxes na 7 million 2021 imbes na 728 million po, 2023 na po tayo, ma'am.
Your Honor, thank you for the observation, but I will look into it po.
Okay. So the person who's really should be responsible is the USEC for ROG. I think, Sir Napao, I think you should answer the question fully, comprehensively. The concerns of Congresswoman OFW.
Okay, good morning, Your Honors. I recall in one of our ExCom with the Secretary, together with the Commissioner of the BIR, the Commissioner requested or mentioned that they have a concern as to how they will trace the raw materials that are being imported. These raw materials are that will be used to manufacture the vape products. They're saying that these are usually manufactured in different parang houses only, Mr. Chair, and that they would want, the BIR would want to trace the whereabouts of these materials that are being imported. So one of the solutions that was mentioned is that there will be an issuance with respect to requiring an atrig on these vape raw materials.
So why don't you just issue that department memorandum circular that you should have atrig for the components? I think it's very clear what is missing here. We are discussing the final products. Yan po ang nakuha dun sa warehouse. Pero ang sabi mo, wala kayong atrig for the components, right?
Yes, Your Honor. So,
hindi ba kayang-kaya yun that meeting to just issue that, it is well within your mandate and powers, and it's your duty.
The issuance of the rules, Your Honor, will be done by the BIR, but I just have to check with the BIR, Your Honor, if the same has been already issued. But they really intend to monitor and trace the whereabouts of all these raw materials for vape products, Your Honor, which they're saying that it's been manufactured in different places lang.
Alam mo ang meaning ng sinasabi mo? Merong benzoic acid tapos sinasaksak nila. Ganun lang naman kasimpleng manufacturing to. Pero sinasabi natin na yung benzoic acid at saka yung, ang tawag mo dyan, yung
flavoring.
Yung flavoring at saka yung, yung vessel. How do you call that?
They call it an end, sir.
The end.
Delivery device.
The delivery device Right? Wala kayong i-atrig.
Mr. Chair, true enough, the BIR already issued that.
Or do you want us,
RMC.
just like Hong Kong, to ban altogether e-cigarettes? Although that will just have a black market.
Your Honor, the BIR has already issued the RMC
nag-issue
that
na pala.
Yes,
So there is
Your
a-
Honor.
so
It is
there's-
RMC number 78/2023, which was issued sometime in July 2023.
Good. What does it say?
It requires
The manufacturers,
the importers, I think,
the
to
component,
secure and file that rig with the BIR prior to release of different raw materials, apparatus, mechanical contrivances, and equipment used to manufacture.
Maronilla,
vape
were you
products.
ever informed about that?
I'll have to check with the Office of the Commissioner, Your Honor, but the BIR just told me now that this was forwarded to the BOC. But I'll have to check, Your Honor, and I'll get back to you before the meeting ends, Your Honor.
So in other words, you are now in cognizance that ito si Flaba is a registered manufacturer but not a registered importer. But can she import the ingredients? Di ba BIR, di ba they should also, because in your, they're not an importer. Under your RMC, they're not there. RMC ano yun? RMC 93, series of 2023.
Based on the record of BIR, as of March 16, 2023, they are a manufacturer, a holder of a
Yes.
permit as manufacturer of vapor
Therefore,
products.
they should have an ROP.
Yes. And second, they secured also a permit as importer of vapor product.
So bakit
Vape.
wala sa listahan ninyo?
The product that they are registering are mostly as manufacturer. They manufacture the product. That's why.
Nakalagay, ma'am, no brands registered.
Yes, as importer.
Ano ba yan? Tatambling na ako sa inyo, ha?
Based on their the labeling, the labels that they are registering, it's manufactured by Flava Corporation, but no under oath they submit a sworn declaration for that.
Ano sasagot mo?
Declaration.
Nakuha dun sa warehouse. Manufactured by Flava.
Opo, even po dun sa kanilang mga produkto, kung titingnan niyo po yung produkto, it's manufactured by
Magsino,
Flava.
ikaw na nga ulit.
Mr. Chair, anyway, I think the question
lang.
earlier, we cannot have a very good answer. So now naman po, I'll just move on to my next clarification. Okay. All right. On the aspect naman po of recovering the lost government revenues from tax evasion, I would like to note that under Section 263 of the National Internal Revenue Code, if found liable for tax evasion, the excise tax due is imposed on an additional fine of not less than 10 times the amount of the excise tax due, but not more than 50 million. This means that a more aggressive campaign against taxpayers and their successful prosecution or settlement of their cases could really result to higher government revenues. With respect po to e-cigarettes and vape products, how many smugglers and tax evaders on these products have been apprehended and prosecuted, or those cases that have been settled from the time of the passage of the vape regulation law? How much revenues na po ang excise taxes at fines na nakolekta na po natin from these cases? Sino po ba ang pwedeng makakasagot nito? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Customs?
Yep.
This is the first, no?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor will come up with that data and submit to your honorable office. But initially, I can say that the Bureau of Customs have had several operations and apprehensions on e-cigarettes and vape products, especially those that are not registered and were misdeclared on various ports. And we're continuously guarding against these illicit products. In fact, part of our operations is the monitoring of warehouses outside custom zone and applying the visitorial powers of the commissioner to check if these warehouses do contain smuggled vape products. But on statistics and data, Your Honor.
Visitorial powers include whether they are imported or not, right? Not just because they're smuggled.
Your Honor, the presumption, the intelligence that we act on for the letter of authority to be issued is based on the premise that these warehouses contained imported.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Same.
Only on the premise that these warehouses are imported, contain imported products.
Mr. Chair.
And therefore, you may demand evidence of payment of duties, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Chair, just a reminder po, under RA 11467, salt nicotine vape is taxed at 52 pesos per millimeter, while freebase is taxed at 60 pesos per 10 ml. Salt nicotine vape is taxed higher. So, if salt nicotine vape is passed as freebase, that is a misdeclaration and tax evasion. Just a reminder lang po, Mr. Chair.
Customs?
Thank you, Your Honor. That's why we are working with the Bureau of Internal Revenue and the Department of Trade and Industry to provide our personnel that conducts physical and non-intrusive examination, the technical expertise to determine these kinds of variations, Your Honor, to be able to plug tax leakages. But thank you very much for that reminder, Your Honor. That's very helpful.
Thank you. Here. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So, no more questions from our Congressman Marcoleta?
Salamat, Mr. Chair. Wala namang masyado. Pwede po bang tanungin muli si Miss
Yes.
Tabayan yun? Tabayan? Tayaban. Miss Tayaban. I'm sorry. Miss Tayaban, dun po sa naunang mga tanong sa inyo ni Kong Rufus, tinanong po niya kung saan niyo po kinukuha yung mga flaba products ninyo. Kanino po niyo kinukuha?
Kay Sir Dennis Rostata po.
Kanino po?
Kay Mr. Dennis Rostata po.
Dennis
Yun po namin
Rostata.
binibili.
Nandito po ba yon Totoo po ba yon na sa inyo niya kinukuha?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, malaki po ang problema natin. Hindi ko alam kung sino po ang nagsasabi na totoo. Ito pong mga nakumpiskang mga flaba vapes ay pag-aari po ninyo, hindi po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Pero ang sabi nyo, kinukuha nyo naman kay Rostata ng Bencat. Sabi naman po niya, harap-harapan naman, hindi raw po totoo. So sino po ang nagsasabi ng totoo, Mr. Chair?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Sige po.
Bali, nagsisend po kami ng order kay Mr. Dennis Rostata, and then magbibigay po siya ng receipt sa amin, and then magbabayad po kami sa kanya, and then i-deliver po sa amin yung products door to door sa warehouse.
Yan nga po. So sa kanya rin niya kinukuha. Sa kanya kayo nakikipag-deal. Sa kanya kayo nakikipag-transact. Hindi po ba? Ngayon, itinatanggi naman po niya na hindi po nanggagaling sa kanya. Yung pong Bureau of Customs na nakahuli po nung nag-raid po, sino po ba talaga ang pinanggalingan po ng mga flaba products na pinag-uusapan po natin ngayon?
Your Honor, the Bureau of Customs still doing its backtracking investigation on this. Wala po kasing sinabmit sa amin yung nag-claim na may-ari ng mga vape products ng any import documents, sir. Wala rin po kami nakitang any import documents doon sa loob ng warehouse. So, kaya nga pinapresume ho namin siyang smuggled. So now we're doing our backtracking investigation on kung saan po possible na lumabas to mga to at kung ano po yung scheme na ginamit, sir.
Mr. Chair, ang sabi po ni Ms. Tayaban, sila po ang may-ari ng mga products. Mr. Bureau of Customs, bakit hindi mo ma-determine ngayon kung saan nanggaling? Sila naman ang may-ari.
Sir, wala po kasi silang pinresent na import documents and they're also claiming that they did not import the items. Sinasabi ho nila si Dencat, but Dencat, sir, hindi naman, pareho po silang hindi accredited importer ng Bureau of Customs, sir.
So, Mr. Chair, maliwanag po na kahit na sinasabi ni Mr. Yaban na sila po ang may-ari at siya po ay nagsasabi na binili niya naman kay Mr. Rostata, sabi naman ni Rostata, hindi naman po totoo yun, na wala po talagang may-ari. Ano po ngayon ang status nito kung yung mga nasakote po ninyo mga produkto ay wala naman talagang may-ari? Pwede ba natin kunin ngayon? Sa atin na lang po yan?
Sir, may forfeiture order na po kami, sir.
Oo nga. Kasi sa ngayon, lumilitaw walang may-ari, di ba? Kahit na aminin pa ni Mr. Yaba na silang may-ari, wala po kayong dokumentong sinabmit na papagpapatibay na kayo po ang may-ari. Maliwanag po yun. At tinatanggihan naman ni Rostata na sa kanya po nanggaling yun, wala po kayong magagawa sapagkat wala naman kayong mapipresenta sa kanya siguro sa kumiting ito na talagang binili nyo sa kanya. Kaya malinaw po ngayon na yung mga produktong yan ay wala na pong may-ari at maliwanag po na yan ay nasa disposal na po ng pamahalaan. Tama po ba yan, Mr. Bureau of Customs?
Tama po kayo, Your Honor.
Gusto ko pong itanong sa inyo sapagkat kayo ang nag-grade. Ano po ba yung itsura ng mga produktong ito? Kasi dalawa po yung nakikita ko. Isang plaba Oxbar at saka isang plaba parehong may bar eh. Ano po itsura nun?
Your Honor, ipapasa ko po yung mikropono.
Pwede pang ipakita natin sa para makita lang natin ang itsura.
Yes, sir. Papasok ko rin po yung mikropono, sir, sa head ng team na nag-conduct nung aming
Sige
operation.
po.
Si Mr. Chief Paul Pacunayan po ng aming Intellectual Property Rights Division.
Thank you.
You're recognized, Inspector
Intelligence Officer 3, Paul Oliver Pacunayan, sir.
Paul Oliver Cunas. Sir, you're
Yes, sir. All of the commodities found at the warehouse are branded as Flaba Romeo with various flavors. So that's the only distinction between them. Just the flavor.
Meron po kayong hawak ngayon, makita natin? Mahirap po kasing pinag-uusapan, hindi man lang natin nakita ang itsura.
On the when we search at online search at Lazada, Flaba Romeo or the picture of Flaba Romeo will appear. But I also have pictures during the conduct of the inventory. Picture of the actual goods.
Kasi po, Mr. Chair, kaya natin tinatanong ito, kami dalawa po ni Kong Rufus, pareho kaming co-authors yung ating Republic Act 11900. I believe we have installed several measures in order to protect especially the minors na hindi po ma-access yan. Ang isa po dyan, kaya gusto namin makita kung ano pang itsura niyan, the law prohibits the sale of these BNNPs which are marketed or labeled or packaged with yung mga flavors po which are very appealing to minors. Yun po yung pinaka-importante doon. As a matter of fact, even the consumer communications of these products, Mr. Chair, meron pong prohibition about the use of yung mga cartoons, yung mga candy bars,
Yeah.
even desserts.
Oh, yeah. That's exact.
Kasi kung ito po lahat ay nandyan at itong mong Flaba importers na yan, kung sino po yung nagdadala niyan, they're violating several provisions of RA 11900. Tsaka yung manner po nung kanilang pagpo-promote, yung pag-advertise, nakalagay din po sa maraming sections ng RA 11900. Ms. Tabayan, alam mo ba na pati nga yung points of sale, establishments, no? Offering or selling or distributing BNNPs ay kailangan nakapost. Merong statement in clear and categorical manner that these products are illegal. At saka yung substance ay nakalagay din doon na hindi mabuti para sa mga. Nakalagay ba sa mga produkto ninyo yun? Nakasulat ba yun? Meron ba kayong mga categorical statement? Nakapost ba yun? Na these products are not even recommended to minors and they're not supposed to be sold to people below 18 years of age. Nakasulat ba yung mga yan?
Yes po, Your Honor. Nakalagay po sa packaging.
Nasaan nga? Yung hindi nga namin makita Pwede ka bang magbigay sa amin ng sample? Kasi marami talaga yung mga measures na nakalagay sa batas to protect our minors.
Ipapakita ko po. Sir.
Pati nga yung pati nga yung mga retailers katulad dinyo are even mandated to ensure yung proof of age verification. Alam mo ba yun?
Yes,
By
sir.
let's say requiring the presentation of a government issued identification card showing the buyer's age at saka yung birthday niya. Alam niyo ba 'yon? I don't think, Mr. Chair, these people even understand or are even conscious about Republic Act 11900. Meron pang piniprescribe na graphic
Excuse me po,
health
Your...
warning, Ms. Tabayan. Do you know
Yes
that?
po, Your Honor. Nakalagay po sa packaging yung graphic health warning. Nandun din po sa packaging yung...
Oo nga, but against your statement, hanggang hindi namin nakikita, paano natin malalamang totoo yung sinasabi mo? You're just reading from a cellphone. Kaya nga gusto naming makita. We want to make sure, unang-una, yung produkto talaga, totoo ba yan na talaga na pinoproteksyonan nyo yung mga minor? Kasi ginawa namin ang batas na to, in particular protection to people below 18 years. At hindi man pwedeng gumamit ng flavor. Napakaraming flavor ang ginagamit pala ninyo. It was already established by the Bureau of Customs. Bawal yung mga flavors
I have a copy of the packaging na po, Your Honor.
Ikaw, may kopya ka, kami wala. Hindi ko nga nakikita
Okay lang po bang ipakita ko po sa inyo?
Malay ko, kung yan nga yun, dilitrato mo lang. Gusto ko yung produkto mismo, yung makita na, for our own appreciation.
Rest assured na ito po yung packaging po.
Ano?
Rest assured po na ito po yung packaging po.
Sana mapaniwalaan kita. Hindi nga kayo magkaintindihan ng Rostata. Ngayon, ipipilitin mo kami maniwala sa'yo. Ipakita mo na yung package dito sa amin para makita namin ano itsura yung pinag-uusapan natin. Nilitrato mo lang, hindi yan ang ibig ko sabihin. Yung actual ang sinasabi namin. Wala ba kayo na-confiscate 14,000 cartoons 100 each carton, kaya 1,400 vapes. Valued at 1.4 billion pesos. Wala kayo may bibigay na isa sa amin para makita namin ano itsura niyan? BIR, di po ba yung hindi pagbabayad ng excise tax or yung possession ng ganitong mga products, ano na yung penalty natin? It's between parang the payment of fine between 10 to 20 million pesos and imprisonment of between 10 to 12 years. Tama ba yun? Kung hindi ako nagkakamali sa ating NIRC?
Yes, Your Honor. Section 263 of the National Internal Revenue Code.
Yes, so mabigat na kaparusahan ito. Between 10 to 12 years of imprisonment. Hindi po biro-biro itong pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. Kaya so, Mr. Chair, hanggat hindi po ako nakakakita nung itsura nung titigil na muna ako kasi gusto ko kasing makita po yung pakete ng mga vapes.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
Your Honor, can I make a clarification
Yes,
as
ma'am.
to the warehouse? The registered warehouse from Flava Corporation, when they secure the permit
To
as manufacturer, is at Sampaloc, 1587 Condiman Street, Sampaloc. And they did not mention the warehouse in Valenzuela.
Okay.
Maybe that's why there's no revenue officer on premise that will be assigned in that.
So there is an ROP in
in
Sampaloc.
Condiman. Even though we are we have a
I
limited
take
person.
that as there's none.
Yes.
Because
in Valenzuela.
according to the report of the BOC, what is your investigation of the Sampaloc premises?
It's a two-story residential lot.
And in the bottom is a vape shop.
Yes, sir.
And in the top is what?
A residential house.
So in other words, there's no factory.
That's right, sir.
That's in your report. So meron lang ako itatanong, ma'am. I hope alam mo, the lesson for the day is this is a market growing by 40% per year. Bakit pa hindi nyo kailangan sumunod lang sa batas? Malaki ang kikitain nito. Ilan lang kayo dyan? 4 lang yata kayo nag-ooperate dyan. So anyway, just show a few things. Sige.
Mr. Chairman, nakalimutan pala akong itanong sa DTI.
Sige.
One question. DTI, nandyan po ba kayo?
BPS po yan. Bureau of Product
DTI?
Standards.
Sir, ito po.
Kayo po? What is your responsibility under Section 19 of Republic Act 11900 in regard to the subject of our inquiry? Section 19.
Regarding, sir, sa product registration, ang DTI BPS po ay naglabas ng Department Administrative Order specifying po requiring importers and manufacturers to undergo product certification schemes.
Yung Section 19 ang sinasabi ko. Yung responsibility nyo to recall, ban, or even seize mga products na non-compliant dun sa... Katulad po ng napapansin natin ngayon.
Yes po, sir. If the products is found non-compliant po dun sa schemes, meron pong order na i-issue ang DTI BPS to stop selling or kung imported po yun, pinababalik po sa country of origin or i-destroy po.
So ano po ang gagawin nyo ngayon na nakikita natin na malinaw that there is a manifest violation of laws in regard to these products that have been raided by the Bureau of Customs? Now it's now in their custody. Paano yung hindi sa custody nila na nasa market? What is the action that should be taken by the DTI under the circumstances?
Sir, Your Honor, sa ngayon po yung ating Department Administrative Order 22-06 will be mandatory enforced on June 2024 po. Actually, the DAO is already issued but due to transitory provision, ang effectivity po niya ay June 2024. So by that time po, yun po yung hindi na po sila pwedeng magpasok ng hindi po certified.
So what will you do with the company that is responsible in bringing these products?
Kakasuhan po yun according po doon sa DAO.
So paano niyo ipoprocess ang pagkakaso sa kanila? Gusto ko lang
ang DTI po, meron po kaming bureau, yung Fair Trade Enforcement Bureau. Sila po yung in charge sa market monitoring. Kung nakita po na merong non-compliant or substandard sa market, nag-i-issue po sila first ng show cause order and then nagtutuloy po yan kung hindi po nila ma-justify. Nagtutuloy po yan sa kaso.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. No, just to, para lang makakompleto, then I'll call you. Can you show the, Sige, hindi yan. Next. Hindi yan. Ayun na yun, Saldi. Sino ba nag-submit nito sa amin? Kayo ba? Ma'am Lilak? Nakita ko na lang, nasa table ko na eh. Hindi kayo, no? Pero yan sinasabi nyo, di ba? Pakipalaki nga niyan. Kayo ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay. Sinearch namin yan, ha? Ito yung kanyang opisina. Next. Yan ang opisina niya. Pakibaba nga ng picture na yan. Nasa ilalim po ng tulay.
Diyan po pinanotarize, Your Honor.
Kaya nga, so, pinanotaryo ba? Ang dami-dami mong abogado, ba't hindi na lang dyan? Next. Pero, pinadala nyo kami nito. Ito yung kanyang,
Proof po na nandito po siya sa Philippines and also yung
Nasa
passport
Pilipinas
niya.
ba yan?
Yes po, because last week...
Ba't wala yung abogado sa tabi nung nagnotaryo? Sa tayuman nyo to pinanotaryo? Usually, ang mga Chinese nagpipirma, meron yan yung sa tabi ng signature nila, yung parang kulay pula. Bakit wala? Pakibalik nga dun sa dati. Yan. Saka mukhang ano lang siya eh. Hindi man siya signature. Ano siya? Sabi nga kanina ng abogado sa tabi ko. Di kampanilya. Anyway, I will not take it against you. All I'm saying is that let's pin down the truth. Okay, next.
Apo, last week po kasi nandito po si Mr. Shili Chow dahil may vape event. Kaya nandito po siya sa Philippines. And kinausap po niya yung legal counsel namin regarding dito sa matter na ito. Kaya nakapag-provide po kami ng affidavit and napanotaryo po namin.
Okay, may video pa yan, no?
Yes po.
Pero wala yung abogado. Okay lang. It's not criminal. Anyway, next. Ito ay Top King. Ang billing ay sa'yo. Ang Top King, according to their Facebook account, next, is specialized in importing from China. So bakit kayo ang binibill ng Top King? Kung hindi kayo ang importer. Back. This is the bill of Top King. Sino sila? Oh, kayo pa nag-submit nito eh.
Opo.
O bago nga kayo mag-submit yung hindi incriminating.
Your Honor po, sa billing po kasi ni Sir Dennis Rostata
O
po.
hindi nga eh, di sana yung top, hindi Dennis Rostata sana yan.
Opo.
May pinakita ka sa akin galing kay Dennis, pero walang pirma. Tapos ang amount is so small, it doesn't even, for a very large consignment, it's only say, what, 236,000 million ba?
Bali, sa billing po kasi minsan kasama na po yung shipping fee, and upon instruction po ni Mr.
Sige.
Dennis Rostata po, minsan pinapa-direct niya na po yung billing sa amin po, sa forwarder po.
Okay lang ba sa'yo? Pabuksan namin ang bank account nyo para makita ko yung transaction? Under the AMLA law, any proceeds from unlawful activity, motu proprio, can be opened by AMLA anyway. Anyway, the committee will make a motion to look into your bank accounts to see really which money moved during that time between October 25 and November 7. I think AMLA will definitely, Customs, can you apply?
Yes, sir. It's part of the recommendation.
It's
Yes.
in your recommendation.
Yes, sir.
But set the date. Kasi kung sky blue ang ating investigation, wala ko tayong mapipin down dito. Next time, don't submit something like this. It is so incriminating. The billing is on you. Dapat na nag-bill sa'yo si Roscata, hindi ikaw. Hindi ang top king.
Hindi po yan yung sinubmit namin, sir.
Ay, galing to sa customs report. So, ibig sabihin, sabi dito, si Top King, kayo ang binibiling for $5.3 million. And it is a certified true copy with your signature. I don't know, what will I do with you? But don't take these committee hearings frivolously. We also study our lessons. It's very clear to me that you are the importer, not Dencat. Probably he is a facilitator for all I care. Because a facilitator of a transaction is very different from the importer. You are the importer and you say you own it. So you bought it. Binili mo.
Hindi po. We have pro forma, ano po yun, Your Honor? Pakirepeat nga po.
Binili mo ba to? Di ba nagbayad ka?
Apo, nagbayad po kami kay Mr. Dennis Rostata po.
Pwede makita yung... So, I hereby ask Customs to please proceed with your AMLA proceedings.
Yes,
Mr. Chairman, in this connection, may I have the floor. You stated that you have documents to show that you purchased this from Mr. Rostata or Delcat.
Yes po,
Do
Your
you have
Honor.
that in your possession now?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Original documents?
Yes po.
Can we read these documents and put them in the record and put them as exhibit, Flava? What are these? These are original documents, and can we show that to the chairman and me? Not a photocopy, we originals. What is the, yeah. Please state now, what are these documents?
Andiyan ba yung original?
Photocopy po, photocopy.
We want the original.
Original.
Yes, we will produce the
Kasi
original.
what we have is a photocopy without a signature, and it is very clearly.
Your
And
Honor,
the buyer is at SIP, for such a huge amount. Sold to Lilac.
Your Honor, it has signature po, the pro forma invoice from
No,
the
not here.
manufacturer
The
po.
one. May signature yung...
They have a different one, Mr. Chairman, to show their allegation that they bought it. So may we know what are these documents subject to your presentation
Pasubmit na lang natin.
of your, no, probably they can now shed light, Mr. Chairman, so that they will subject to presentation, submission of original documents. Can we ask, Mr. Chairman, for them to describe that? I'm very interested to know that there are memoranda or receipts and documents. May we know what are these, subject to the original copies. First,
pro forma invoice po from the manufacturer sa China po.
yes.
It was addressed to Mr. Dennis Rostata po.
Okay.
And it has sign and seal of the General Manager, Mr. Shili Chow.
Okay? No, but it says, hindi ako abogado ni Dengkat. Ang nakalagay dito, attention. Not sold to.
Yeah, whatever it is worth, Mr. Chairman, so we will evaluate that. So can you therefore submit that temporarily?
Yes po,
Number
isasabit
two,
po namin.
what is the second one? Aside from the Shandong to Denkat, what are the other documents to show that you bought it? That is just a statement. That is a memorandum of the consignment. How about your purchase from Denkat, if you have any document?
May binibigay po siyang receipt sa amin.
Okay, can you mention that receipt? How much and who signed the receipt?
Wala pong sign ni Mr. Dennis Rostata, but it's under my name po, Lilac po. It's under Denka Trading po yung receipt.
Okay, what did it say? What did it state there?
Denka Trading, 427 Bulacan Street, Gagalangin, Tondo, Manila, consignment receipt, delivered to Lilac.
How much? What is the volume and what is the amount?
The quantity is 1.5 million pieces and Romeo, flavor Romeo po yung nakalagay na item.
May amount ba?
Apo, may amount po. The total is 314 million pesos. And we paid the deposit 78 million to Mr. Dennis Rostata po.
And you have original documents on that. Submit that in the next hearing. What else? What else do you have?
We also have conversation with Mr. Dennis Rostata.
How is that recorded?
Yes.
The conversation. You cannot tape conversations.
By messenger screenshot po.
Screenshot. Okay, we can authenticate that. Okay, so what does it say there?
Bali, si Mr. Rostata po yung nagbibigay sa amin ng receipt. And then once na mag-issue po siya sa amin ng receipt, sa kanya din po kami nagbabayad. Yung bank.
Yeah, okay.
Bank
Total, how
deposit
much have you
slip po.
paid on this transaction to Mr. Rostata?
We paid 78 million pesos for the deposit po.
78 million for the deposit.
Pero bakit nakalagay unit price 3 pesos and 50 centavos?
Ano po yun? US dollar po yung pricing niya.
Pwede ba yun sa Pilipinas?
Well, it can be placed there, Mr. Chairman, but the payment will have to be Philippine pesos.
No, pesos yung iba eh. 350 unit price, tapos pesos.
Can you explain that? Yeah, we have here.
Yes
the
po.
document submitted.
Submission nyo yun to eh. No, lahat naman ng pinag-usapan, submission nyo eh.
Ayan po, nakalagay po dyan sa receipt na 3.50. Tapos meron pong nakalagay na at 57. So 3.50 times 57 po. Kaya siya nagiging
So may
204.
exchange rate po yung 57.
Ito pala may 57. Ito yung amount, 204 in pesos.
Yes po.
204 pesos. Okay, what else aside from that messenger, capture, what do you still have?
Ayun po, yung bank deposit slip po ng proof of payment.
Oh, you have that. Okay. What is that? To which bank and how much?
BDO po.
BDO, how much did you deposit?
168 million pesos po.
Oh, 168 million. Okay. Do you have the official the original of the deposit slip?
As of now, hindi ko po dala, pero we will...
Submit everything in at least on or before December 19. And what else do you have to show proof that you purchased it from Denkat?
Ayun po, yung proforma invoice po.
Yun na, nasa pita na. Okay, so we end.
Yung
Mr. Chairman,
affidavit.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
yung about the
Affidavit
payment
po.
lang, is it a personal account or a corporate account? Yung payment na ginawa, is it a personal account or
Yes, Lilac.
corporate account?
Ma'am Lilac, can you answer that?
Personal account po, kay Dennis Rostata po.
Dennis, I think now you have to answer that. May recognize Dennis Rostata? Number 1, yung
And-
resibo ng Denka Trading.
And we also have the...
Wait muna. Okay. Meron ka pa idadagdag?
Apo.
Ano yun?
And we also have the copy of the telegraphic transfer po from Mr. Dennis Rostata to the manufacturer from China.
Okay. Can you submit that also?
Yes, po, Your Honor.
Okay. Dennis, can you now? You have now 4 things to answer. First is the Denka Trading consignment receipt. Ano yan? Trader lang.
Actually, this transaction, they order to China directly. Directly order to China.
Tapos,
And then, excuse me for a minute. Actually, Your Honor, yung transaction na yan, sila yung talagang direct nakipag-negotiate sa China. No, and then ang talagang participation natin dito is nakiusap sila sa akin na kung pwede, ako na lang mag-shoot out para ako mag-shoot out ng pera.
ikaw tagabayad.
Yun, parang yung pera nila, instead na directly nila binabay
So,
sa
kumita
China.
ka?
Nasa kanila yun, minsan, binibigyan naman ako.
Magkano?
It's like 10 each.
10 pesos per unit?
Opo.
So, kumita ka ng 15 million?
Hindi po.
Ano po? Yes, sir?
Your Honor, wala akong kinita dahil nahuli. Nahuli po.
Ano po?
Nahuli po, di ba?
Nahuli.
No.
Kaya, so wala kang kinita?
Wala po. Wala akong nakuha. At saka partial pa lang yung napadala natin.
Na 78?
Opo.
So yung 230, nakabitin?
Nakabitin in the sense na, kasi kailangan nila ibenta bago makakuha ng pera.
So ano talaga yung pinaka-role mo dito sa buhay? MU?
In a way, tumutulong lang tayo.
Ano po?
Tumutulong lang po. Ako lang yung taga-bayad nila po.
Mr. Chairman, just like to be able to come back to how much did you deposit to the account of Dennis Rostata? Answer, please.
So this is July.
Para sa 78 million pesos po yung deposit namin to Mr. Dennis Rostata po.
To his account.
To his account po.
Okay. Would you deny this that you received the 78 million or you received 78 million?
I need to check to
I move, Mr. Chairman, that Mr. Rostata be included in the AMLA by the Bureau of Customs. This is 78 million. So not only PLABA, but also the Dennis Rostata AMLA should be applied to him. There's an allegation, and this is a system of smuggling and not payment of cost of duty, not payment of excise, which PLABA is also responsible. So we would like, I move that Customs request AMLA to also open the account of Mr. Dennis Rostata, who allegedly has received, yes, we will recognize you, but we'll just be finished. No? So 78 million for this transaction was deposited in his account, correct?
Yes po, Your
How
Honor.
much, is there any other payment or any other, that's it for this transaction?
That's it po.
78 million, okay, thank you. Yes.
Okay, ito na lang. Yung ano mo ng is kay Li Xiao is August 30. But you said this convo is July 24. So how can so much time elapse yung invoice, so invoice is due August 30. And then your supposed BDO payment is July 24. So we're not a trier of facts here.
We will sort out the documents po. Pero may time po talaga na mag-aantay kasi
Where do you really attest to the veracity of that Li Xiao affidavit?
yes po.
Can you produce him today?
Gaano po?
Today, can you produce him today?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Where is he?
Si Li Xiao po.
Yes, where is he?
He's in China po right now. Umuwi
So
na po siya.
umuwi lang siya dito para pumirma nito? O
Hindi po. Last week po kasi merong vape event. Kaya po siya
Ano yan?
nandito. Vape event po.
Di ba bawal yan? You're not supposed to promote?
Hindi naman.
Yes, it's in Republic Act 11900.
Present here today, a representative of the Vape Association. Can we hear from him about if you sponsor this Vape event? And what is your organization about? Can you therefore identify yourself?
Yes, Your Honor. May I please read a very short statement from our association. Good morning, Honorable Chairperson Joey Salceda and members of the House Committee on Ways and Means, fellow stakeholders and concerned citizens. I'm Joey Dulay, President of the Philippine E-Cigarette Industry Association. We commend the Bureau of Customs and the involved law enforcement agencies for the seizure of the illicit vape products on October 27, 2023. Rest assured that PagAsa supports the government's fight against all forms of illicit trade. We encourage all stakeholders to faithfully adhere to the provisions of the law to avoid violations and enforcement actions. Your Honor.
Is she a member?
No, Your Honor.
Lava?
Flava is not a member.
Denkat?
Denkat used to be a member, but on October 20,
You'll become a very
2022.
powerful man, sir, because by 2027, you'll be almost 60% of the total tobacco market.
Your Honor, I can only speak for our association.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So how many
association.
members do you have?
We count as businesses, so we have around 300 individual businesses.
Pati yung mga vape shops kasama.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a network of vape shop? Which is the largest vape shop network?
I don't have the data with me right now, but I have
Offhand.
estimate maybe the biggest is a company who has 100.
Who is
100. It's LG Corporation, I think.
LG?
Yes.
Sino may-ari?
Lighters Galore. Lighters Galore.
Company. Lights Galore.
Lighters Galore. Lighters Galore.
Lighter.
It's a retailer of vape products and cigarette and lighters for that
So
matter.
multi-brand siya, sir?
Multi-brand, yeah.
Ikaw?
I'm sorry.
Ikaw, sir?
Also, pero kakunti lang po ang tindahan namin.
Wala kang Flava?
Meron po akong kineri before na Flava, but you know, sa amin po mga vape shops, ang unang-unang hinihingi namin since nung nag-start itong RA 11900 and enforcement, ang unang-unang hinihingi namin is the copy of the permit to operate ng kampanya nila and excise tax, copy of the excise tax payment, yung tinatawag na, I think na ETRD. So, pag may ganun po,
sa tingin mo, sir, meron na local manufacturing ng e-cigarette?
Marami naman po.
Oh?
Manufacturer po?
Manufacturing?
Yes po.
Sino?
Mga e-liquid, mostly before kasi doon nag-start kami. Ang mga e-liquid products po, yung mga manufacturer.
Uy, BPS. Meron ba sa inyo, BIR? Sabi niya, mga 100 manufacturers?
Mostly, Your Honor, mostly retailers po.
Retailer.
Sa malls.
What do you mean by retailer?
Ano lang po kami, kumbaga humahango kami sa mga manufacturer, importer, tapos binebenta namin. Mga retail direct to consumers.
Asan yung
kami.
manufacturing doon?
Sila po ang mga nagsusupply ng mga produkto, pati yung mga importers.
Di ko magets.
Parang ganito po, meron po ako let's say isang tindahan. Hindi po ako manufacturer, hindi po ako yung gumagawa.
Naintindihan, inahanap ko yung manufacturing, sir. Yung retailing, nakukuha ko yan.
Opo. Tapos nagre-retail kami. Mostly po ang PESIA, our association, is composed of vape shops. And very few importers and manufacturers.
Manufacturers?
Meron pong manufacturers, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, maybe
Yes.
we can name some of those manufacturers known sa kanila.
Can you give us a list of your members, sir? Including classified as to retailers and manufacturers?
Sa mga manufacturers pa, from our before, we have as members as
Yes, sir.
Cholos Blend, Pastry Vapors. Yan po yung mga e-liquid manufacturers. Noong araw po doon po sila nag-start. Tapos ang alam namin ngayon, parang parang hybrid ng na rin nila. May ini-import sila, meron din locally manufactured.
Okay, thank you for your statement in support of 11900. And yes,
Mr.
Congressman.
Chair, maybe we can also ask BIR kung meron silang list ng manufacturers.
BIR?
Your Honor, we will provide the list of the manufacturers.
Mga ilan kaya yan?
Siguro around mga 7 or 9, I think.
7 or 9, pero dun sa asosasyon, 100. So there are at least 93 unlisted, unregistered manufacturers.
9, yeah.
Ilan lahat yan? 36. So you have 36, ma'am, from your own records. 36 manufacturers. Maganda sana kasi nito Total, pwede pa tayo mag-manufacturing ban muna nito? Para lahat presumed as imported? Can we make that, sir? Or will it hurt your industry? But you're hurting the young people anyway, so.
May I answer,
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor?
Can we make a presumption that all e-cigarettes are imported?
No, Your Honor. Kasi from first-hand knowledge po, at sa mga kakilala ko noon pa, because when we started the association, marami po dyan mga
Kasi hindi
mga
namin
illiquid.
alam mo kung may doc stamp sana. So, bawat labas sa factory, alam namin based on removals.
Yeah,
Kaya kami nagugulo dahil karamihan naman talaga imported at wala yung doc stamps.
From our knowledge po, by June 2024, kasi nga we consistently push the agencies involved here, no? Kasi nga ayaw namin itong mga pumapasok na illicit products dahil kawawa nga naman talaga po yung mga nagko-comply. Since nung kami nagsimula sa association, wala pa pong batas, kami po we were for self-regulation. Kaya po nung nagkaroon ng batas, kami naman po ang talagang dinidiin namin ngayon is compliance is the key to the
Yes, your
the
market
industry.
is growing very fast.
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
telling you that you will be half from 107 billion, you'll be like 500 billion in 5 years. So what I'm saying here is there's got to be some way of kung sa langis, fuel marking, kung ba sa sigarilyo, doc stamps, sa liquor, yung lahat na excise-able, kayo lang ang wala So anong proposal mo?
By June, from the BIR, kami po ay nakikipag-usap madalas po sa BIR, sa DTI at sa customs po, para dito sa regulation. By June 2024, lahat po ng mga produkto ng vapor products magkakaroon na po ng tax stamps. Kaya ito po yung talagang pinush namin, talagang minamadali namin dahil para po mas madali po yung enforcement ng ng agencies involved. Pag may tax stamp, makikita na nila kagad. Pag walang tax stamp, malamang illicit na produkto po ito.
So anyway, yung bilang mo ba, kasi Flaba is a manufacturer of 78 brands based on BIR. It's on your record, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor, we have this.
So may karapatan sila magsabi na kaso wala ngang i-atrig pagdating po sa components, sa ingredients.
Yes.
So walang i-atrig pag sila nag-i-import.
With regards to the importation, if they are registered importers,
hindi nga
we
sila
require-
registered
yeah.
importer. So saan papasok yung i-atrig nila? Pero do you have a proposal ready for a doc stamp system for
Yes, Your
for
Honor.
local manufacturing? What about imported?
Yes, Your Honor. We have this Revenue Memorandum Circular 105, 2023, wherein it's more of a fixture of the stamps for the vapor products. Actually, we have this briefing already with the different manufacturers and importers of the vapor products for the implementation of a fixture of these stamps for vapor products.
Okay. Flaba, alam mo mas maganda yung mapag-usapan na. Itong invoice nyo, sabi, ito, 330. Tapos yung consignment mo, sabi mo, 350. So kumikita ng, ito ba tama ba sabi ko? Looks like binibigyan nyo ng 10 pesos ang then cut for this transaction. Kasi there's a difference between the same transaction, all coming from you. This is your invoice, this is your consignment, and this is your invoice. Puro ito galing sa'yo, So, ito 330. Yung isa 350. So, kumikita ng 10 piso ang
Sa usapan na po yun ni Mr.
Ninyo?
Hindi po. Sa usapan po yun ni Mr. Dennis
Paano
Rostata.
nangyari yun? Ikaw ang So, usapan nila at saka ni
Yes po. Ang binibili lang po namin yan kay Mr. Dennis Rostata po. So kung ano po yung bill sa amin ni Mr. Dennis Rostata, yun po yung binabayaran namin sa kanya. Yung pricing po ng manufacturer sa China sa kanya is hindi po namin alam. Bali nalaman lang po namin nung hiningi po namin yung performa invoice po.
Una ito, mga kaibigan na nagkatnyel ba kayong dalawa? Mukhang ganun eh. Mukhang okay kayo mukhang yung mga binibigay mo kasi sa aking dokumento, mukhang okay kayo nun, tapos bigla kayo nagkatnyel, tapos ngayon, ikaw, sa'yo nahuli, so ikaw ang mananagot sa customs.
Pero yung
Idadamay mo ba siya? O gusto mo na siya lang?
Pero Flava did not really import the products. We really bought it to Mr. Dennis Rostata po, Your Honor.
So ewan ko. At this point, I think we have enough data to churn. And first, I would like to commend the customs for example.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Just one question.
Yeah. Congressman Amali, sir.
Ang question ko lang, kasi we've been here for the past ilang hours na ba ito? 3 hours. Ang question ko lang, bakit hanggang ngayon hindi pa lumalabas yung importer? Sino ba? Who determines the importer? Is it customs? Is it kung sino ba? BI? Bakit hindi lumalabas? Kasi nagtuturoan, ang hirap naman itong nung posisyon natin na nakikinig lang tayo for the longest time. Aalis tayo rito na wala tayong nakita, walang kasagutan. So I want to know, sino ba talaga ang nagde-determine kung sino ang importer at hindi? Di ba?
Customs, you are the only proper person here. sigurado ko kung sino may hawak, no? Tapos, kailangan patunayan niya na hindi siya.
Under the operations that we did, Your Honor, yes. We need the owner of the smuggled goods is presumed to have brought it. But again, we're conducting backtracking investigation to determine the real importer, Your Honors. It's just that there are a lot of factors that we're considering. Like I said, there were submissions to us, and we're also looking at some participation of the members. And of course, it will be the transcript and the statements that were made in this honorable committee will be very helpful in that backtracking investigation.
So, yung list of individuals nyo recommended for prosecution, when will you file these cases? O nagulo namin kayo?
Your Honor, if we can wait for, I don't know how many more hearings would it take for this. We'll wait for that, Your Honor, because the head of the legal service is with us, and he's planning to present as part of our pieces of evidence to some statements that were made here in this hearing, Your Honor. So we would wait for the complete transcript of stenographic notes from this hearing and some statements that were made under oath for us to be able to use it in filing our cases and making those cases strong.
Do you have enough? Ikaw.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I think we already have enough testimony and documentary evidence because December 19 is already very much in the thick of the Christmas season. I know the chairman would like to work even up to December 25. But, you know, I was talking to the COMSEC and everybody. Probably we can proceed already, Mr. Chairman, with our recommendation. Because I strongly feel that there are responsible people here. So that our recommendation will now be part of the filing of the customs and also the BIR. We have to bring them to court so that there they can present everything. But prima facie, there are now evidences that there are people responsible for importation and for non-payment of customs duties and also excise tax evasion. So I think, Mr. Chairman, we can proceed subject, of course, to the filing of all the documents you have requested them so that we can now prepare within this week the committee report. And we will therefore be giving copies of the committee report to the DTI, to the Bureau of Customs, and the BIR for their proper implementation of the resolution, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so for the peace of mind about the people, we are, I think since the committee will essentially, prepare the committee report.
Okay, so mga kaibigan, ngayon, oras na alas 9:22 ng gabi, ay natunghayan natin yung ginawang pagdinig ng Kongreso tungkol dyan sa tinasabing Vape, no? So, may sinasabi na, yun nga, ewan ko, bakit, ako sa totoo lang, bakit pinayagang lumabas sa merkado ang Vape? Na hindi naman talaga dapat. May sinasabi, hindi daw nagbabayad ng tax. So, sabihin, dahil sa tax, kahit na masama sa kalusugan, papayagan ng ating gobyerno. Mali. Ako sa akin, opinion ko yun. Okay, mga kaibigan, bago tayo tuluyang magpaalam po, teka muna, ha? Tayo po ay, meron lang tayong i-announce, no? Ito po ay yung Alalayang Agila, proyekto ng Alalayang Agila, no? Ito po ay tungkol po doon sa gagawing teka lang, ha? Yung isasagawa nilang concert for a cause, no? Ito po ay pangungunahan ng Philippine Eagles, no? At ito po isasagawa sa ito, teka, titignan natin yung poster, no? Isasagawa po ito sa kailan ba to? sa December 16, no? Naku, sa Sabado na po, no? December 16 sa may Amoranto Stadium sa Quezon City. Ito pong Aguila Music Festival Concert for a Cause, no? At yun, maraming mga celebrity dito ba? Meron na palang Hagibi Sport Generation, ano? Candice, sino ba to? And Matasha, no? Si Kidel and Natasha, Brian and Ren, Ma'am, ano to? Rampage Duo, Beauty the Beast, yan, Irene Diva, Darius Cañete, yon, at Poo, the comedian, si Poo, yung pong komedyante, no? At ito po yung bahagi ng ito po yung pong kikitain dito, yung magiging sale ay mapupunta po sa benepisyo ng Alalayang Agila, no? So yan, magandang gabi sa ating mga kuya ate sa lahat ng Agila. At siyempre binabati rin natin yung shoutout natin ang Mandalagi Top Family Lady Eagles Club, no, sa lahat ng Lady Eagles President, no. Kita-kits daw sa darating na Sabado sa may Amoranto Stadium. Alalayan daw nila natin ang mga Agila. Yan ang papashoutout po ay buhat po kay Auntie Tek Valencia Pingul, no? At yun nga, sabi niya, alalayan daw nila ang Music Festival for a Cause. May mga parapol po na 200K ang first prize at madami pa. Yan. Save daw everyone. Ayun. So yun mga kaibigan. At yun nga, sa Sabado po yung concert for a cause ng Philippine Eagles, no? Yan, sana po ay maging matagumpay at yun pong makikita rin doon ay mapupunta po ang magbebenepisyo po ang Alalayang Agila. Okay, maraming salamat din kay Randelson Villados, yung ating online analista na hindi na naman nag-studio. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, baka may event. At siyempre po sila Maxi de la Cruz at sa lahat po na tumunghay ngayong gabi sa ating programang Tropa. Muli ako po yung naging kasama, ka-jamming, kakosa, kabarangay, kakuya, kaate, dito po sa programang Tropa. Ako po yung lingkod, ROCEL LOPEZ. Magandang gabi Pilipinas at mapayapang magdamag. Responsable ka ng gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba initi ng iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
a responsible gun owner? Are you a responsible gun owner? Are you a responsible gun owner?
Are you a responsible gun owner?
Are you a responsible gun owner?
Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot mga katropa at kaganos. Tayo ituturo sa inyo ng One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay nyo mga kagamers? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na. Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba initi ng iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Now, we are
Talakayin.
Biggest destruction of dangerous drugs worth 1.
Rebisahin. Opinyon. Malawaking. Aksyonan. Kasama si ROCEL LOPEZ, ang inyong katropa sa pagbabalita. Dito lang sa Millennial Online TV. Tutok na mga katropa!
barangay, pangunahing unit ng pamahalang lokal kung saan dito pinag-uusapan ang bawat sigalot ng mga residente ng bawat barangay. Dito rin pinag-uusapan ng mga piling halal na opisyal na barangay ang mga proyekto para sa kanilang barangay. Kumustahin natin ang panunungkulan ni Kapitan dito sa Dalo Barangay sa Millennial Online TV worldwide, ang katropa ng bawat barangay.
Ating tinatapos ang ating pagpupulong. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo at tapos na po ang ating session. Enjoy na po tayo.
Hanap mo ba ay Unwind Ventures? Tara nang mamangha sa mga tanawin. Ano man ang iyong travel goals? Dadalhin namin kayo. Sa Unwind Ventures at saya. Dito lang sa Wow Biyahe. Kaya wow, di ba?
Abangan dito lang sa Millennial Online TV. Pinaigting, pinalakas ang bagong news online TV ng bagong milenyo. Millennial Online TV, ang katropa mo sa pagbabalita. Mga milenyo, pagod ka na ba galing sa trabaho? At gutom na sa maghapong pagtatrabaho? Pero wala kang pagkain sa bahay? Narito na ang sagot mga katropa, ang Super Manok Lechon. Napapawi sa inyong gutom at siguradong mapapa-analyze ka dahil sa tender juicy na jam mo pa at siguradong malinis at bagong katay buhat sa farm. Kaya super na sa lasa at pangmasa pa. Ano pa hinihintay niyo mga katropa? Takbo na sa Super Manok Panteño Siniluan at bumili na. Baka maabusan ka, katropa.
Hi, this is Pangilari Gadon. Nananawagan ako sa ating mga katropa, no? At mga kaibigan, mga kababayan, na palaging tumutok sa
Millennial
Online TV. At yan ay tinangunahan. At yan ay pinangangasiwaan ng aking kaibigan na si ROCEL. At ang mga nanunood dyan ay hindi bobo!
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, pero sa sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagtatagtutok sa simoy at sa langit ang pagaw, ay tinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang lang
Sa lahat ng bumubuo ng Millennial Online TV at sa lahat po ng sumusuporta, maraming salamat po. Millennial Online TV is now signing off.